We are now on, I believe, session 8, if I'm not mistaken, or if I can't count. As of the previous session, the main events that took place, Lorne acquired a golden sword, and an interesting oddity was discovered in the sewers by Antarius, an oddity which quickly turned out to be quite horrifying, to say the least.
The oddity that can actually kill things.
That was also a major oddity that was discovered as well, yeah, that's true.
Yep.
So we found out that Kern can kill things, and we found a very strange, what you could only assume was some sort of maybe a temple or a ritual chamber of some description, hidden in the sewers underneath Bogenhafen. So
we should totally go and tell that witch hunter about this.
So the party, I believe you're all kind of sleeping in different locations. So we've got Lorne is sleeping at the Crossed Pikes Tavern.
That's right in the Scheifenhest, isn't it?
It's near the eastern gate. It is near the eastern gate of Bogenhafen, on Nolnaweg. I believe we had Kernt and Antarius were staying at a different... No, you were staying at the Barabelli, weren't you?
Yeah, we went back.
You went back and you met Joseph. Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. Joseph, incidentally, offered to go into business with Kernt, which we can come to at a later point. And we have Runk, who is roughing it in a tent in the middle of the Scharfenfest, like a good festival goer.
Yeah, man. I'm living the dream.
Yeah.
You're missing one person there, aren't you?
Witold. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. Where is Witold?
He was sleeping by the tunnel, wasn't he?
You were sleeping by the tunnel, that's right, in your bedroll. Yeah. Because you were, because you're such a loyal friend who is always looking out for his mates, especially after he shoves them down a pipe into places unknown. Yeah.
I mean, it seems more like he's a jailer at this point, guarding the entrance.
I mean, there's a lot of judgment going on here. I think what I did was good, and great to have laugh happen, no man. I would have gone down. I'd love to have gone down that pipe. I just couldn't fit.
So. Okay, so we all know.
Or are you gonna
So we all know where everyone is, and now what I want is if all of you can please, except for Runk, can you please make a difficult cool test? Except for Lorne as well. Sorry, Lorne and Runk don't need to make this test.
What's the test for, or will we find out?
You'll find out, won't you?
Oh my god!
Here we go again, boys.
So,
I'm just getting in character.
as Witold lies in his bedroll, he stares up at the stars, and he's been lying there for a good 50 minutes now, an hour. You've been lying there, you've been trying to sleep, you just can't. It's just not happening. Even though you're so tired, your eyes keep opening and you can stare up at that dark sky and you see the stars. And at the same time, Kernt is doing the same thing. In his hammock on the Barabelli, he's staring up at the walls above him, at the deck of the Barabelli above him, as he's swinging in this hammock, and he can't get to sleep either. And even Antarius just can't seem to sit still. You can't stay still, you can't meditate, you can't bring yourself to calm down enough to just focus and recover and rest. And you're feeling so stressed and agitated, and your mind keeps racing as you keep thinking about what you found down there in the sewer. And Witold, you keep worrying about your friend. Even if you don't really care what happened to him necessarily, your mind just can't stop thinking about it. You can't stop thinking about what might be happening down there. And just about more or less at the same time, you all decide, right, fuck this. There's no point staying in bed. And you all get up at the same time, unbeknownst to each other. And you walk outside, and Antarius and Kurt, you kind of meet each other as you come outside onto the deck of the Barabelli. You will kind of look up at the sky, and you see looming there, high in the sky, and we're told you've only just seen this because you've just stepped far enough away from the walls to get a proper view of the sky. As you're all looking up there, you see a big green moon gleaming in the sky, bathing you in sickly green light as it pours down on Bogenhafen.
Woo, more slab.
As Morsleeb glows bright in the sky, you feel a deep, strange sense of dread.
Don't do it. Don't say what you're about to say.
Roll for corruption! No, you actually don't need to roll for corruption, don't worry. It's okay. Not yet.
Oh no.
It is up to you whether you want to spend your restless night trying to do something of value, or whether you just want to go and just lie down and just stare at something until the morning comes. Either way, you're going to gain 1 point of fatigue, unfortunately.
Let's think about it. You know what? I'm just gonna
Just in time for the joust there, Antarius.
wander the streets like a lost soul. You know, my cowl up against the harshness of the night. All that grim dark stuff that Warhammer fans seem to like. See what comes.
I've just remembered that you killed my friend Liam, you prick.
I mean, Runk doesn't know that yet.
I know,
You don't know
I just
that yet.
remembered.
Yeah.
I'm heartbroken.
Okay, so Witold has decided to go on a nighttime wander, like some kind of doomer emo. What are Antarius and Kent doing?
I'm just gonna look to Antarius and go, keep the lights on. I'm just gonna go for a wee stroll. I think I'm just gonna walk up and down the docks a little bit.
Okay.
Like
Does the city have a curfew?
Yes, it does. There are watchmen patrolling, and generally people are expected to be indoors by midnight. Yes, I did.
I'm gonna go find the watch, because like since I can't sleep, I'm also like thinking about the stupid little ritual area I found in the thing. So I'm gonna go find the watch and see if I can get
Okay.
them to find someone to deal with this, because it's beyond me.
Okay, alright. So did you tell Kern? Kern was there with you. Well, no, Kern didn't actually see the temple. Did you explain what you found to Kern?
Nope.
No, you think you've kept it to yourself?
Kept it to myself because I'm an asshole.
Yeah, I just came down, got him, and
Yeah, like Kurt was too blunt. Like, one, I didn't want to have Kurt go in there, and I was too scared to tell Kurt about it. You know,
Okay,
because like I literally ran away horrified from it. So like,
that's true.
why would I tell
Maybe
Kurt
you imagined
about
it. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna go find the city guard and let him know.
This tells you a lot about the dynamic of the group, where you're like, I think I'm going to trust the local city watch more than my mate who's come here on the Barabelli to help me uncover this mystery.
Well, okay, so like, let's be real. It's Kurt. He was ran from like literally everything
I don't take
that we
offense.
encountered. You know, like he's like me. We tend to avoid danger, so it's just like I might as well go to report it to the authorities, so at least they know about it. You know, they don't get fucked up by some shit. You know what I'm
Alright.
I
saying?
wonder if the witch hunter passed this way before and asked about the elf.
Well, maybe we'll find out soon.
We're about to find out, aren't we?
There's gonna be another witch hunter on our tail now, isn't there?
You killed the last one. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
We're told as you're exploring the streets, you come across, by pure happenstance, a group of about 6 to 7 men. 6 of them are heavily armed. They're all wearing full suits of chainmail. They have swords and shields and big helmets. They look like they mean business. Clearly they're very well equipped. And they are all accompanying a man dressed in very wealthy attire, very rich attire. He's got these lovely puffy pants. He's got like this silk shirt that he's wearing. He's got a very big hat with a very big feather in it. Yeah, very fancy dude. And they're walking along the Gutenplatz, and they are making their way towards the center of town. They don't seem to have noticed you. You're very kind of difficult to notice, being that it's very dark out, and you're kind of keeping to the corners and the shadows. And you see them making their way towards the center of town. You can't tell exactly where they're going to, but it seems like they might be going towards the merchant district. It's up to you whether you want to follow them or just carry on.
I'll very discreetly tail them from a distance.
To be clear, this isn't really a normal sight. Normally, you would expect most people to be indoors by now. You haven't really seen anyone else on the street except for 2 watchmen that you avoided earlier.
Yeah.
Especially if there's a fucking green creepy moon.
It could be something. We'll follow discreetly from a distance.
Okay. That's fine. Alright, so you're following them along. Meanwhile, Kernt, you're out exploring the streets as well. No, you're not. You're walking up and down the dock, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feeling a bit restless.
Yeah, so you're having a stroll up and down the docks. How far away do you go from the Bear? Are you like going on a proper range, or are we just like having a little trek around nearby the Bear Belly?
Yeah, I'm staying near like the lights of the Berry or what I can see from it still, but
Yeah. So you want to keep it in eye's view.
mhm.
Okay. So you don't go too far. You take like a 10-minute stroll down the docks. You don't really come across anything too interesting. But you do notice, rather curiously, that in one of the warehouses, it seems like there's some kind of party going on. There's lots of like cheering and shouting and drinking, and lots of talking going on inside. You can see that the lights are on, which is odd because there's none of that in any of the other warehouses. And secondly, why is it happening in a warehouse?
Is there anyone like outside, or
Doesn't seem like there's anyone outside yet.
is there any obvious entrance?
Well, there's a big double doors made of wood
Right.
that you could push them open to go inside, but it'd be very obvious that you were coming inside.
Where does it look? I'll get a little closer just to see if I can see if there's a one track in the pave to see if find the back door essentially.
Okay, can I have a
Weird.
difficult perception test for you, please? Unless you have a light of some description on your person.
No, I don't, because I'm stupid and I don't buy stuff. Difficult?
Yeah, difficult perception test, as you're kind of fumbling around in the dark. And fortunately, you seem to fumble very well. As you take your way around the side, and you see there is actually, like, what looks like some kind of aperture near the top of the building on the side. You could push a few crates and hay bales up to the side of the wall. If you scrambled up those, you think you might be able to get up there. Although whether or not it's a one-way trip, you don't know.
Right. Well, I put on my mask and I start to scale these crates.
Okay, you can make an average climb test, please.
So I was looking at climb, thinking, would I ever need to level this? Average. Nice. It's the mask.
Now, as you don the mask of power, you nimbly climb up. Unfortunately, you're not gifted with that weird power this time, but nevertheless, you're sure that it's somewhere inside you. And you nimbly scramble up the side of the building, and you climb your way up, and you get onto the rafters of the building, and you're sitting there, you're crouched up there like some kind of thief in the night, some kind of skilled cat burglar. As you're up there and you're looking down, you can see a very rather large, probably about 30 to 40 men and women, all very well built, all very tough looking. They're all sat on crates or chairs or around makeshift tables. They're basically just turned over boxes. There are pallets nearby. and lots of like cranes and pulleys and stuff like this. And yeah, they're just having a massive party down there. They're all having a really good time.
Do I see any weapons on any of them? Or do you just...
You don't see any weapons in the sense that, like, they don't have any, like, swords or anything like that, but some of them have, like, blackjacks and clubs and things like this. They don't really look like a militia of any sort. In fact, looking at them, they seem like dock workers to you.
My people.
Make a... I want you to make a test.
What's this? Is there like a centerpiece, or like, are they just like congregating around one table?
Can I have from you either, at your discretion, an average law Reichland test, or a challenging intelligence test?
That's hard because they're quite close. I'm gonna go for I'm gonna go for law. Average law.
Average law or challenging intelligence? Oh, he's on a roll. Looking around the area, looking at the way that things are organised, you're pretty sure this is probably the Stevedores Guild, the local Stevedores Guild. And you think this is probably... You've come across this sort of thing before in your travels across Reichland. Usually this is like a celebration, usually because someone has had a particularly good haul, they've gotten a really nice contract, and normally stevedores are expected to like kind of share the wealth out among their friends and their colleagues, as all the guild benefits from one man's fortune. And for whatever reason, the fact that they're hosting this party indicates that someone's made it big.
It's that fucking gold crown.
What's so funny?
It was. I can't remember who it was, but last time someone threw a gold crown to a dock worker.
It was Ontario, wasn't it?
Oh. Right. Well, seeing as this is a merchant guild, and my past troubles.
Oh, they're not a merchant guild. They're a guild of dock workers.
Oh, I thought it was just...
Oh, no. This is not a merchant's guild. Nope.
Alright, so... Oh, right, you're just workers.
It's more like a union.
I wonder if he's paid his taxes yet. After all, I am a tax collector. I guess I shuffle down and try to discreetly enter.
So you want to try and like slip into the party?
Yes.
Okay, we'll see how well you do later. Meanwhile, Antarius, you're out on the street. Someone's like mouth breathing super hard. What the hell? That was intense.
It's me.
Oh, okay. Antarius, you are out on the street, and you are looking for the watch, if I'm not mistaken. So you're making your way down the Hafenstrasse, and as you're getting your way towards the local Temple of Sigmar, you come across a trio of watchmen who appear to be standing next to a lamppost, talking to each other while their third mate has a piss against the wall.
This is gonna go great. I kind of just like approach them and I start. I say, "Help me, please. I need some aid."
Oh, for fuck's sake! What do you want?
I found a giant rat in the sewers.
Can you roll for me, please, a futile charm test?
God. A futile? Oh my god.
Good luck. Oh, that's such a good
What
roll.
the
close
fuck
as
are you
well.
talking about? Get out of my face! What? Giant rat? Piss off!
Yes. You don't understand. There's a giant rat. Do I need to bring you the body so you can go find these giant rats? There's a
Yep.
giant rat.
Listen,
It's like
okay, let's imagine this is a world in which giant rats exist. Why do I give a shit?
Isn't it your job to give a shit?
What? I get paid to hunt for criminals and make sure that the peace is kept. I don't give a shit about rats.
But couldn't
Go to the Rat Catchers Guild.
But couldn't the peace be broken if these rats...
You're about to be breaking the peace, my son, if you don't move on.
Where's the Rat Catchers Guild then?
Make your way down to the Merchants District. Pretty sure they're closed at the moment, though they're normally awake at all hours anyway.
I throw my hands.
Listen,
in the air.
if you think this whole rat thing is really that important, why don't you go down to the watch office where someone who gives a shit can pay attention?
Fine, I'll do just that. And I start making my way away from these fucking guards.
Your dubiously successful encounter leads you to further in town as you go down towards the Platzweg.
Mm-hmm.
And you can still feel that weird sensation. You particularly, with your sixth sense, you're not feeling great at all. This is probably one of the worst nights of your life, especially as you feel that sickly green pale light pouring down. It makes the hair stand up on the back of your neck. You make your way down the Platzweg, and finally you arrive, and you have two options really of where you could go that might be helpful. You could go and knock on at the Rat Catchers Guild. It looks like the door's closed, but whether or not they're open, who knows. Alternatively, you could go to the watch office.
I'll go to the Rat Catchers Guild. Might have
Okay.
better luck.
The Rat Catchers Guild is an old, dilapidated, ugly-looking building. It's made out of rickety wood. It's not been repaired in quite some time. Presumably, they don't really have that much of an income. What income they do make, presumably they aren't paid very well for hunting rats. Nevertheless, an essential part of any imperial city. Just about every major settlement in the Empire has one. You make your way up to the building, and you rap your knuckles on the door. And after about 10 seconds, you're just about to go, right, okay, there's nobody in. And suddenly, a little bolt opens in the door, and you see one beady eye staring out at you. What do you want?
There's rats that need to be hunted.
Rats, indeed. Many rats in Bogenhafen, but why should I care about yours?
These are the biggest rats you've ever seen.
There is a silence from behind the door for a long moment, and the eye blinks at you a few times.
What type of rats?
Ones that stand on two legs and wield weapons and arms.
The bolt shuts.
No business! Go away!
Hello?
Silence from behind the door.
I pound on the door again. Please, you have to help me.
The door swings open violently as the man, who presumably had been stood behind it just before, pokes his head out. He's an old-looking man, probably in his late 50s. One of his eyes is milky. He's got a few moles on his face, very cragged looking. He's a bit hunched over. Definitely a bit of a decrepit fella. Yeah, he leans out and he says,
Go away! I don't want to deal with your unusually large rats!
But aren't you the Rat Catchers Guild? This is what you do?
I have lost many friends to such rats, in quotation marks, and I don't want to lose any more. If you know what's good for you, sir, you'll stop asking about the big rats.
But you have. Can you at least tell me like a little bit more about them? I'm just trying to find a single particular rat that has just recently escaped. Certainly, they have a place that they're coming from, right?
He looks dubiously from side to side for a moment. They've been here for years. Ever since I was a young boy, I've known about them. But we can't let anyone else know. It's not allowed. The last time one of us spoke up, the witch hunters came knocking. And ever since then, we've known our place. We don't talk about them. We don't tell anyone. The only thing that I can tell you, sir, is that they're watching you right now.
I take a moment and I rub at my cheek, and I give this old man a look dead in his eye, and I say to him, as much as I would love to turn away from this, I simply cannot. I won't tell the witch hunters or anybody else about this. This is for my own purposes, my own needs. Please, do you know anything about them?
He lets out a long, heavy sigh. Step inside, quickly.
I step inside.
He closes the door behind you. Meanwhile, Witold, you're following these guys as they're making their way through the streets. And the soldiers, well, you presume as soldiers, possibly just hired bodyguards of some description. They're surrounding this man on all sides, clearly well trained, know what they're doing, and they're moving quite briskly, but you're able to keep up well enough. But whether or not you go unnoticed, let's see. Can you make a challenging stealth test, please?
Challenging, was it?
Yep.
Looks like
Yikes.
someone face planted into the trash cans outside.
Oh no.
Oh shit. As you trace these guys, you're following them through the streets, and you see that they've turned a corner, and you follow them round, and you see that they're making their way towards a large building with a red roof, and it looks strangely familiar. And you're just thinking, wait, isn't that where you delivered that letter? And just as you think that, you hear a loud bark from a small alley to the side as a dog jumps out and bites into your leg. Can you roll a toughness test, please? Challenging.
I don't know why you make us roll anymore. Just take it as failure.
Just assume failure. I
It's
think
like
he wants to know how
sadism
bad
at
the
this
failure is.
Endurance was that, so or toughness.
Toughness, yeah. Straight toughness characteristic. Yeah. As this dog sinks its teeth into your leg, you let out a scream of involuntary pain as you're tackled to the ground by this alarmingly large dog. As you're tackled, and you take 4 wounds minus your toughness bonus. As this dog starts savaging you.
His leg.
Sorry?
Is Whittle not wearing the...
if you're wearing any armor, you can also subtract armor. If you've got armor on your leg, that's fine as well. That can be taken off too.
Leg. Can't believe anything would attack my leg. That's terrible. I've got 3, so that's 1 point. And how do I find out my toughness bonus? What would that be?
You got 3 armor on your leg?
Yeah.
Blimey.
Yeah, man. I've come tooled up.
How do you have 3 armor on your leg?
What are you wearing?
Let's see. I got a male shirt, a leather jacket, male leggings, male coif, and a male trousers.
Oh, he's wearing male chossies. He's wearing male.
Yeah, I know. I gave him to him. That still should be 2.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
three.
a,
but
leather
he's wearing
leggings.
male chossies over his leather leggings.
Oh, you've got leather leggings as well. Ah, I missed that.
And I think I'm about to
God,
be
you're
dragged
more
into-
armoured than me.
I'm worried that I'm about to be dragged into a building where leather leggings can come in use.
Wear leather leggings and Jesus. Right. Anyway, so you're getting savaged by a stock. Fortunately, you don't take the damage is mostly superficial. You just get a few cuts. As you're like kicking and struggling with this dog, you're like fuck, and you like boot it in the face to get it off you. As it lets out a whimper and a scream as you boot it away. Suddenly, you find yourself with two men above you holding torches. What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Fighting a dog.
Shut the fuck up! You were following us.
Who are you?
I saw you earlier. I saw you earlier on the Gutenplatz.
Heading for the docks. That's this way, right?
No, it's fucking not.
Oh, I got a ship over there. I'm just gonna get to bed for that. I mean, is there any real need for this swearing at night? You're going to wake people up. It's not very considerate.
Hypocritical.
Can you make an average charm test, please? The two men squint at you for a long moment, deeply suspicious. And one of them turns their head. Master Tugin! What do you want doing with this one? We think he's following you, but we're not sure. The very wealthy man turns around to look back. As he does so, you recognize his face. That's the man that you delivered the letter to earlier.
Okay, I'm going to kind of like cough and pull my hood a little lower.
The man squints for a moment and tilts his head, his pale head. And he ponders for a moment. It doesn't matter. Let him go. We have more important things to do.
Oh, wait, hang on a minute. Ain't you the guy with the letter? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, hi, how you doing? I remember Nordland Post, by Tooth and Claw to your door. Oh, that's a coincidence bumping into you here. Yeah, but we got on quite cordially, I remember, and I'll be on my way.
The two guards look between you and the person they're escorting and back to you again. And the man gives you this disturbing smile. It's like it's meant to come across as genuine, but it's just creepy. The way that he smiles at you. Like it's almost predatory. And then he goes, "Ah, yes. Mr. Witold Holsteiner. The Nordland Post. Yes.
I remember telling you my name, but yeah, okay.
Yes, you did deliver to me my letter, didn't you? Very
Quite
good.
nice thing.
Get that man back on his feet." Well, as you say so, sir. And they lean down, they try and pull you up.
There you go. There's no need for any of that commotion. You know what? I think sometimes, you guards let yourself down.
Mr. Holsteiner,
Yes, sir. Yes.
you do understand there is a curfew, yes?
It's what it is. It's that big green moon. It's just kept me up tonight. I just wanted to walk and clear my head.
Indeed. It would be prudent, sir, for you to find yourself lodgings promptly. I would not recommend wandering these streets at night unaccompanied. He smiles again.
I would say the same for you. The guards, they can be, the watches. They don't really like prisoners. You know what I mean?
Oh, believe me, Mr. Holsteiner, the rules are quite different where I'm concerned. Good night, Mr. Holsteiner. I hope we don't meet again soon.
That seems a bit rude, but I'm going to take it for what it is. I think you.
Come, gods! I have no more time to waste on this commoner. Let us go. All right, sir, as you say. And they leave you.
I bet that guy uses leeches. Something about him just makes me think he uses leeches.
The two bodyguards hustle to catch up with their comrades, and they carry on making their way towards the large building. And indeed, it looks like you think it is that office that you had to deliver to, the office of Franz Steinhager, one of the local merchant families.
I think, yet again, this is a moment I just go like... Ugh.
You are feeling a little bit creeped out. You always feel a bit creeped out after meeting that guy. You've only met him twice, and it's still left an effect on you.
Anyway, I will actually make for the boat now.
Okay. Meanwhile, Kernt has just discovered a party and has scrambled his way down the side of the inside of the building in a very nimble way. And now you've just walked into the middle of the party, and all of these guys who are drinking have kind of stopped doing that, and they're now looking at you like you know that meme of like all the girls with the cups, and they're all like looking at you in this really like awkward way. Like it's basically that.
Yeah.
They're all just kind of like, "What are you doing here? Why? What?"
Well, first of all, remove the mask. Just casually. Don't draw any too much attention to it. And just tuck it away. I am a Count Schneifer. I am a dock official here. It is under my knowledge that there has been a rather large profit made upon the Ostrendum. And though, as much as I don't want to step on any tradition here, law is law, and any profit gained upon the dock must be levied in tax.
As soon as you say the word tax, you feel the entire room become a lot more hostile. Shoulders tense up, hands go to rest on clubs. A few men stand up. Nobody says anything, but the response speaks far louder than any words could.
I thought I was in trouble.
May I remind you all...
Make a challenging cool test to not shit yourself a little bit.
For someone who has a nose for hiding from trouble, you've really walked into it today.
Oh, shit.
As you're about to carry on with your speech, you find that you're stammering a little bit, and you're sweating. Oh, no. One of the men steps forward. Listen, mate. I don't know what you're about, don't know who sent you. Could have been sent by fucking Emperor Karl Franz for all I care. But tonight, we ain't paying no fucking taxes. You understand?
May I remind you, any hostilities against me is against the city, though...
Bold of you to assume anyone else would know about it.
There's plenty knowledge that I am here. But anyway, I am welcome to relieve you of this night. So as long as there is some modicum of respect come the morrow.
One of the other men nearby, he looks a bit spindly and thin. He stands up and he calls to the other one that's just been accosting you. Hey, Martin, listen, I don't know who this taxman is, but, you know, maybe if we talk to Tugan about it tomorrow, we can just get it all sorted out. We can go down to the office. Like, clearly someone's not gotten the message, right? Yeah, but it don't matter about that. Why's this fella come down here thinking he can accost us? I don't know, but look, whatever he wants, let's just sort it out nice and easy. That way we can just get on with it, yeah?
Mentioning of Tugan, that is why I'm here, knowing how within each day the tax increases as it is overdue. Also, the fine that comes with it, that's why I'm sent here, so it's all sorted conveniently and with your best interest.
So what the fuck do you want then?
Well, I've been sent to gather the... let me check here. Flick through like an empty book. Aha! Yes, that would be 10 silver shillings.
10 silver shillings? Mate, that's a fucking month's salary. Let me see that. I can read.
Oh, hold on, wait, that's a. Oh, that was just a thumbprint. Sorry, that's 1 silver shilling.
Can you make an average charm test, please? To see how smoothly you could pull off that bluff. The men stomp over to you, unimpressed, and hold out their hand, clearly intending to take the book off you. Do you run?
I want to say I eat the paper.
How is that going to help you? That's all.
And as I'm chewing it down, I'm like, these documents are of the Empire and only the servants alone. Of only the servants alone.
As you go through the business of eating the paper, this man yanks the book out of your hand, unless you wish to make an opposed strength test, which you can do. But it'll be difficult.
Right, I've leave the book, or the bundle of papers I've just lit on in my pockets.
The man reaches out and attempts to grab it, and instead takes a hold of your collar and lifts you up and says, "First of all, why the fuck did you just eat that paper? Second of all, why are you doing this at midnight? I think this is bullshit, boys. I don't think he's no tax collector at all."
Well, how else would I? Why else would I be here? Right? It's not like Tugan to not know a fucking profit on his stuff, innit?
This man's talking shit! A few other of the Stevedores stand up and start coming over towards you.
Can I try and throw the book out to where there's a crowd and probably knee the guy or
Yeah, make a challenging agility test.
Yeah, just gonna try and cause a distraction, get myself free. Oh god.
For the sake of 10 shillings.
Mate, that's a 1 shilling actually. Challenging, was it?
Yep.
How likely is Kern to be mugged?
Kern, you throw your book across the room and you attempt to knee this guy in the stomach, but unfortunately, this guy knows what he's doing when it comes to dirty fighting. And he blocks your knee with his thigh, then he headbutts you. And suddenly you're seeing stars. And as you fall back to the ground, suddenly you've got a bunch of guys stood around you kicking you. And oh no, now you're just getting beaten up.
As I'm getting beat up, I try and put the mask back on and I just listen to that voice in my head.
Throw a gold coin at them.
Fuck off.
As you are violently beaten by these men. You do put on the mask and it gives you some sense of comfort, and you curl into a fetal position as you're repeatedly kicked. Eventually you feel heavy hands on you, you feel the coldness of the night air as you're violently chucked out onto the dockside. You go tumbling through some mud, and you're sprawled out on the ground. Please take 1 wound.
But you're going to say, please reduce your characteristics to 1 wound.
Okay.
No, he got lucky. That 1d6 was going to be how many wounds he took, regardless of toughness. After having the shit kicked out of you, you're kind of sprawled out, staring up at the sky, the Morse leaves light glaring down at you. Don't fucking come back, scab! And then the door slams.
It's not the first time I've been hassled. Pick myself up, dust myself off, compose myself, fix my feather hat. stare at the
Meanwhile, Antarius, while you were inside the Ratcatchers Guild, the man within has given you some forbidden knowledge that could not be acquired elsewhere in the Empire. He explains to you what little he knows of the Skaven, a race of rat men, human rat men, who dwell under the Empire, underneath every city, always scheming for the death of mankind, always plotting, always covetous, and their thousand endless hordes, and the dark powers that they have, and the strange machinery. And you learn these things, and it gives you a great sense of horror. But there is always a price for knowledge. You have gained a new advanced skill, Law of Skaven.
Oh.
You can add those to your advanced skills. This Ratcatcher implores you never to speak of it to anybody, and that you must keep it to yourself, no matter what. And he warns you that if you tell anybody, word will soon reach the Inquisition, and that he only hopes that you yourself will keep this secret so that he can be safe as well.
Right. Does he tell me about anything about the lot of the rats in Bogenhafen?
He tells you that he thinks the rat that you're looking for was probably what is known as a Grey Seer.
Oh.
Which are powerful mages, sorcerers, that are leaders of the Skaven, and are very, very dangerous.
That Ratcatcher sure is knowledgeable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Does he have a map of the sewers?
He offers you a crude map of the sewers. He says that he can give you this for 5 shillings.
Yeah, okay. I give him I hold up one of my gold crowns and I say let's switch, pay me out then, and I'll get it all your way.
After doing so, he gives you a crude map of the sewers. As far as you can tell, it is mostly just a mapping of the network. There's not any particular detail, but it will help you navigate your way to wherever it is that you might think you need to go. And while you're in the sewers, you could easily make notes on it to mark down any landmarks to be able to come back to them later.
Right. Okay. With that, I bid him a good night, and I leave him to his business.
Where'd you go now?
So I fold the map into my clothes, and I suppose I should start kind of making my way to the manhole I originally left, and I want to try to start mapping the sewer on the map he gave me, basically, and just so I can find at least that entrance to that I came out of earlier.
It's about this time that finally the sun is starting to rise again. And as it does so, Lorne and Runk are starting to wake up.
I'm just going to pray to the lady for favour in the joust today, and then make my preparations for the joust.
And indeed, as Runk pokes his head out of his tent, bleary-eyed after his sleep, he can see that already some early birds have started setting up and making preparations for one of the main events of the Scharfenfest, which is the upcoming joust.
Well, my main thing I want to do is go and speak to that healer that Lorne spoke to. So I'll just pack up my tents and go and do that whenever you're ready for me.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so you start packing away your kit, and so you make your way further into the into the Scharfenfest, you can see that already a lot of the stores are opening. You do find the apothecary's store, where Lorne had bought his herbal potions before.
That was the word.
Yeah. It seems like she is asleep at the moment, but you can't imagine it would take that long for her to get started up again, unless you rudely wanted to try and awaken her. But the tent is closed at the moment.
I'll sit somewhere outside it and puff away on my pipe.
Okay. You sit down and you take a smoke as you watch lots of the peasants and commoners running around, trying to get things set up for the large joust that is to take place. You see lots of pavilions going up. Already a few nobles are outside riding their horses around, getting them ready for the morning. Meanwhile, Lorne has come out of the Crossed Pikes Inn. The barkeepers bid you good luck and a good day as you set out. And now you're on the streets. You could either go straight to the Scharfenfest, or you could try and go to the Berry Belly, see if you can find your friends.
Going straight to the joust because I need to meet up with the son of the Elector Count and get his armor.
Okay. Right,
So just ride my horse over, so it's nice and quick.
So as you're doing that, Kernt is kind of limping his way back to the Berry, feeling a bit put out of it after getting battered by some angry stevedores. Antarius is on his way back to the manhole that he found earlier when he bumps into Witold, who is just on his way back after running into after running into that person and finding him outside Franz Steinhager's office. And as you're turning back onto the Gutenplatz, you two run into each other.
Strange to see you here.
Antarius, what are you doing up?
Couldn't sleep.
Same, man.
Curiously, the green moon is still up there in the sky. The green light is mostly gone because now it's being replaced by the light of the sun, but it still hangs there in the sky like this faded shadow, like a silhouette.
Yeah, I just couldn't sleep. Did you find Kurt? I persuaded him to go and help you.
We ran into each other in the sewers and then made our way back to the boat. We both couldn't sleep, and we both made our own ways. I was trying to find out more about what's going on down here in the sewer. There's a very, very difficult situation we need to approach very carefully here.
Oh yeah, what's that?
I don't want to speak about it in the open, and I look up to the sun and I say I do have a job to prepare for too before I get into it.
Oh yeah, your armor, and I hand it over to him.
Yeah.
I was secretly hoping you'd forget.
No.
Indeed, you have now recovered your beautiful elven breastplate.
I give Witold a nod of appreciation. Thank you for keeping an eye out for me. I very much appreciate it.
Maybe have you seen Lorne?
I haven't seen anyone yet. I've just been trying to map this sewers.
I
if
saw
I was-
something weird myself last night.
But if I was Lorne, I'd probably be over in the tent fairgrounds, or at least making my way over there. So I'm sure he's prepared for the tournaments too.
I can bother him afterwards. I want to buy a horse, and he probably knows about that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, yeah, I saw something weird. Remember that letter I had to deliver, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I went to this nobleman, right, and he was like slimy, and there was something about him. It was like he was caught a fish or something. It was just something really unsettling and creepy about him. Anyway,
Does he have a name?
yeah, everyone has a name. Anyway, that's not the point.
You're pretty sure that you heard his name shouted by one of the bodyguards.
Yeah, I didn't write it down.
You can make a challenging intelligence test to see if you recall it.
Was it not on the letter you delivered either?
I mean,
Yeah,
I
it's
remember it.
delivered now. I haven't got it anymore.
Well, get fucked, I guess. You're the worst postman in the world.
Well, I don't keep the name of the person after I deliver a letter. That's just weird.
Even one that gives you as much made you as creeped out as that.
That's
Yeah,
an initiative test.
Oh, was it? Oh,
It's int, not I. Didn't fucking help. Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
You're not having a good time. You know what? I'll give you this one for free because I'm taking pity on you now. You failed like every roll.
Can I have
His name
my
was
fucking
Tugan.
yeah, Tugan something. But anyway, look, listen. The thing is, I saw him last night. He was with this group of guards, like expensive-looking guards and all naked. They ain't like thugs or nothing, and they were just like wandering the streets at night. And he almost caught me, but luckily I was just like way too stealthful, and you know, I got away with it. But yeah, anyways, I just there's something about him, man. It's just like last night I was sitting under the moon, I couldn't sleep, so I was wondering about. But now that I've seen him, there's just something about it. It's just, I reckon there's something dirty going on there.
Well, if you're so useful in the shadows, perhaps you could go find him again and tail him while the tournament's going on.
But I'll be honest, man. Like, it's, you know, I'll fight someone in a pub, and yeah, I'll fight guards. He just strikes me as the kind of guy that after he has someone kill me, he's going to do stuff to my body, and that just like I can't. I want to do it alone. You know what I mean?
Meanwhile, Lorne, you have come out of the Crosspikes Tavern, and you've made your way down to the Scharfenfest. You can see that all the peasants are running around here, and they're setting things up. It's quite a nice day. Fortunately, it's the weather's good for a joust. There's no rain. Reasonably warm, good clement weather. It's not so hot that you're going to be roasting alive inside some plate mail. But yeah, it's warm enough that it's not going to be uncomfortable. Gives you a sense of optimism for what's to come.
If you're talking, we can't hear you, Ben.
Sorry, I had muted myself. Hadn't noticed. Nice. But yeah, I take it it's easy enough to find the Son of the Elect account?
So you're trying to find Primus, are you?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I was going to wear his armor, wasn't I?
Primus, first of his name.
Yeah.
Primus. Where is it?
Also,
There it is.
because I talked to him about the gold sword and selling it to his father yesterday, has he had a chance to arrange for some funds for that?
We'll come to that. So you're making your way down along the dirt road towards where you believe Primus's pavilion is. When a well-dressed man, not too well-dressed, not so much that he looks like a nobleman, but possibly he's probably somewhere in silver tier. By the looks of him, he comes over to you and bowing his head, he introduces himself. Good day. I'm a messenger from the estate of Graf von Wilhelm of the von Sapottenheim estate. My master informs me that he wishes to convey to you an offer. One of his associates in town informed him that there was a Bretonnian man in possession of a golden sword. Judging by your accoutrements, I would presume that to be you, sir.
And what of it?
My master, the Graf von Wilhelm, wishes to purchase this item from you if you are interested in selling, sir.
I am indeed interested in selling it. How much is he offering?
He is willing at this time to propose a value of 25 gold crowns, sir.
That's far less than I could get if I smelted this down myself and just made it into coins. That's not taking into work the exquisite craftsmanship that went into this.
Can you make a average charm test?
God damn it, charm.
I will also accept
Is it not
haggle.
haggle?
You can have charm or haggle. Oh, you already rolled. Rip. Oh, okay. All right, yeah, we'll use a fortune point to make it a pass. That's fine. The man bobs his head a few times in acquiescence. Yes, my master thought as much. He instructed me to convey to you that that is only a preliminary offer, and that if you are willing or interested in negotiations, he invites you to visit upon him at his estate, at the Sapottenheim tributary, at the end of the River Bogan. It is about 3 miles ride out from town, sir.
I will certainly keep that in mind, though convey to your master that I'm expecting at least double that offer you just gave me.
I will convey your expectations to His Excellency, and will hope to. I will hope to see you again at the master's estate. Yes. If you are uncertain about directions, any of the local watch should be able to inform you. Master von Wilhelm is a regular correspondent with the local watch.
And which direction out of town did you say?
South.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
He bows his head again and then makes his way off, presumably heading back towards the stables where he came from. Meanwhile, you're pushing on, and you're making your way towards Primus's pavilion. And you can see, as you come past, you see Runk smoking his pipe, as he sat not too far away from the jousting field.
Give him a nod, and walk on.
I nod back, continue smoking.
You carry on, and you arrive at... I was expecting something there, but never mind, okay. You arrive at the pavilion.
Priorities.
Give me a sec to grab another drink. 1 sec.
Is it just me? Is everyone going quiet?
Everyone's gone quiet.
There they are, guys. Let's run some.
Well, while we're having this awkward pause, it's time to tell you about today's sponsor, Shimoi Raid Shadow Legend.
Right.
No.
So yeah, you've arrived at Primus's pavilion. Meanwhile, Kernt, you've reached the beer belly again. It is early morning, and yeah, you've just had the shit beaten out of you. And you see Joseph is up on the top deck smoking, and he looks at you and he notices your bruised nose and your blackened cheek. He says, "Bloody hell, mate, what happened to you?"
Just a mishap on a little venture to some quick whales.
Mate, I swear, right, when I used to know you, you were never so bloody... What's the word?
Clumsy.
Yeah, let's go with clumsy. What's gotten into you? What's happened?
It's not been my week, really.
Right, okay. You know, all these fellas, what you're going about with, right, that dwarf and that elf and what have you, how long have you even known them?
It's a good question. Not long. I know what you're thinking. How it's like Oddberry band, but
Mate, I reckon, like, you know, look, I don't want to say anything about dwarfs, right, but they kind of cause trouble, you know what I mean? Right, and that dwarf, he causes trouble. He does.
Did you catch him below the decks?
Well, no, but he's just a troublemaking sort, and he's a dwarf.
Yeah, he has a bit of a bad habit as well.
All I'm saying, mate, look, right, I think you'd be better off, right, if you just, like, you know, you don't want to be around dwarfs, right, because they're greedy little bastards, and they always want to nick your stuff, and they always want to give you a bad time, right, and they're just bad news, all right. I reckon, like,
you know, talking about Kernt there, or a dwarf?
And you know, you just don't want to spend time with dwarfs. That's all I'm saying, mate. Look, I'm not judging you, mate. Right? You wanna do what you wanna do. You be mates with who you wanna be mates with. But all I'm saying is, I don't wake up in the morning having the shit kicked out of me like you have.
Well, Joe, my old friend. This dwarf's quite different, really, and well, knowing most dwarfs, they
All
don't
dwarfs are the same, mate. All dwarfs are the same.
Well, I should get out a little bit more, Joe. You know, maybe broaden this little endeavour of yours, get into other lands, meet other people. You might have a better horizon.
He scowls at you for a moment, then shrugs and smokes from his pipe. So what are you doing today, then?
Well, there's that Tony, but I don't really like crowds.
Well, aren't you going to go and support your Bretonian friend? Surely he's in the joust, and he's a Bretonian.
He's not a noble, is he?
Is it only for noblemen? Is it?
Yeah, he's one of those like wayward knights. You know, they were something. But,
Oh right, he's some kind of like hedge knight or something. Oh, dear.
that was the name I'm looking for. Yeah, he's all right. He can keep himself up. He can fight, but yeah, I don't. It's a little bit of bad crowd. The elf, on the other hand, I know what you might be thinking. He's actually the only decent one. I guess he's probably more mature, given fucking how long they last. Though, what I do want to say is, this endeavour of yours, from here, I don't know how long we might be, with you in the Berry Belly here. We might sail further if you've got another task, but ultimately we want to head further south. But I don't want to part without gaining something here, and I think you can gain from this too. We spoke about this the other night.
Well, look, mate, right, I think we've still got a few days here before the Schaffenfest ends, right? It doesn't end until 3 days from now. So, how about after the festival's over and we've all had a good time, then we can get together and we can have a talk about it.
Good time, that's the last thing that's going to happen here, I tell you.
Look, mate, look, right, we can go and have a good time, right? I'm going to go down to the joust, right, because I'm going down there now after I've just finished, securing the ship. I'm going to head down there, I'm going to watch. Do you want to come, or are you going to doss about?
Is anyone still in the boat, or did the rest of my companions?
Yeah, I've paid one of my lads to look after it.
Okay, well, I'll just follow you down the street then.
Alright then, come on, let's go. You set off with Joseph down the Hafenstrasse as you're making your way towards the Schaffenfest. Meanwhile, Runk, as you've been sat outside the apothecary's tent, you've watched Lorne walk past and you nodded at him and you carried on smoking. Yeah. And just now you can hear the stirring as this woman comes out of her tent carrying a few of her medical supplies. Oh, hello there. I wasn't expecting someone this early.
Morning. A Bretonian friend of mine said you could use some help.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think I sold him. I sold him some supplies. Yesterday. Yeah. So you must be one of my prospective students. Is that right?
Precisely. I'm also here to purchase some potions myself, but yes, always ready to learn.
Well, listen, that's good. I have a proposal for you. Once the Schaffenfest is over, I'm heading back towards Weissbruck. I'll be setting up a sort of project there if you're interested. It's the sort of thing
heading that way.
It's the sort of thing that you might be able to benefit from. You'll learn a few things about anatomy, for example.
Well, if I find myself heading that way, I'll be sure to pop in, but I don't know where the winds take me.
That's fair enough. But in the meantime, if you need any kind of short-term training, I'm sure I can offer you something.
I think for now, I'm always interested in learning more if the opportunity arrives.
Okay, well, if you're looking for any supplies, let me know, and I'll see what we can do.
Yes, I'm looking for some potions to deal with fatigue, and some potions that can heal me quickly in the event that I need it.
Sure, let me just go round into my supply cabinet, and we'll take a look. Let me just actually pull that up. Hang on. Oh,
have we done a session where he hasn't done a shopping list yet?
Well, at least someone does. Otherwise, the rest of you would be screwed. Da, da, da. So I think what you'll be looking for is probably vitality drafts. This is probably the sort of thing you'll be looking for. Lucky for you, I can do you a good deal on these. I'll offer you them for 15 shillings apiece.
That sounds fine with me. Thank you very much. I'll take 2 of each, please. 1 for healing and 1 for 2 for healing and 2 for fatigue.
Yep, that sounds fine to me.
I hand over 3 gold crowns.
Yep. That was me doing some dumb maths in my head. But okay, yeah, 3 crowns. That's right. She nods her head in gratitude and hands over a bundle of vials. Now, make sure you don't mix these by accident. If you do, you might ruin the concoction.
Thank you very much, I appreciate it. If I find myself heading towards Vicebrook, I'll let you know.
Yes, make sure that you call in. In the meantime, I have some books on surgery as well. If you want to buy any of those, it might help you improve your skills.
How much?
Let's say I can offer you this one. It's by Dr. Veganhov on the matters of the lower humours and how to fix wounds that happen in the lower orifices, if you understand my meaning. I can offer you this one for a gold crown. It can teach you a lot about the way that fluids work in the body.
I'm more interested in medicine that can be used on the battlefield, if possible. Do you have anything on that?
I think I have a publication from an Chilean gentleman who served in one of the mercenary companies that fought at Blackfire Pass. He managed to save quite a few lives that day. I'll take a look and see if I can find it. Why don't you come back later, and I'll see if I can sort that out for you.
I will do. Thank you very much. I nod my head, store my vials, and kind of wander off.
Where are you heading to now?
I'm going to go to the joust. I'm
Okay.
assuming everyone's going to meet there at some point, so...
Okay, Antorius and Witold. You two have been talking as you're walking. Are you going down to the sewers, or are you going to the Schaffenfest?
Realizing that it's like now morning, I'm gonna make my way to the Schaffenfest.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
I need to start preparing and like get my horse and all that sort of shit. So
I think, isn't your horse still on the Barabelli?
Yes, it is, isn't it? He never took
it is. Yep, I never took
Yep.
it. So
Yeah, so you end up making a detour to go back to the Barabelli and retrieve your horse. And as you do so, you run into Joseph and Kant, which brings the group of you together. And after a bit of a turnaround, as Kurt and Joseph hadn't gotten very far, but they decided to walk back to the Barabelli with you to help you get your horse ready. And now, by the late morning, rather, you're making your way to the Schaffenfest. Meanwhile, Lorne, you've arrived outside the pavilion of Primus von Bildhofen, the son of the Crown Prince of Middenland. You can see that it's currently folded over. There is what looks like a retainer outside who's leaning... Pardon me. He's kind of sat on a stool. Looks like he's dozed off at his post, leaning back against one of the wooden stakes that's holding the pavilion up. And he's kind of dozing there with a hand over his halberd. And he's, kind of asleep there. You could possibly wake him up, or you could just go into the pavilion without disturbing him. Can't hear you if you might have muted.
Sorry, was I muted again there?
Yep.
Whoops. I think I just missed what you were saying then.
Oh, you arrived outside the pavilion. There is a retainer outside who is asleep. at his post. He's sat on a stool and he's leaning against one of the wooden posts, one of the wooden stakes that's holding the pavilion up. He's sleeping there.
I take my shield out and rap on it loudly to wake him up.
Oh, fuck. Good morning. Hi, hello.
You asleep on duty there?
No, resting my eyes. What do you want?
I'm here to see... damn it, I keep forgetting his name.
Primus von Bildhofen.
Remus von Bildhof is expecting me.
Oh, I think he's just meeting with his father at the moment. Would you be able to wait a few minutes?
Certainly.
You stand there to the side for a few minutes, and you can hear the muffled sound of voices from inside the tent. You could try to listen in if you wanted to.
As long as I can do it subtly.
Okay.
Perception?
I was just thinking about that. Yeah, I guess it would be perception, yeah. It'll be challenging. You try to listen in. You can't really make out the noises. You can't really tell. Wow, your perception's really bad.
I realised I've got the helmet and coif up, and both of those not significant percentages off it.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made a difference anyway.
It wouldn't have made a difference, no. But it shouldn't have been a failure quite that bad.
You try to listen in as best you can. Unfortunately, you just can't really make it out. There are some muffled voices in there. It sounds like you think Primus is being told off. You think? You're not entirely sure, though. There's some kind of shouting match going on inside. And then a very large man, very well dressed, with a flowing cloak comes out. It looks like he's in his late 50s. He storms out. He doesn't even look at you as he marches past, red-faced and looking quite irritated.
I'm guessing that was the Elector Count.
As he stomps his way past, he's quickly followed by the retainer that was lying down there on well, quote-unquote, on duty. And the he hustles along behind his master. Meanwhile, you can take a peek inside the now open tent, and you can see Primus there in basically just a pair of hosen and some brays, and he's just kind of looking quite stressed out.
Everything all right there?
Yes. Oh, it's you. Yeah, come in. I suppose we should get started, shouldn't we? Yes, that was that wasn't actually my father. That was Baron Siegfried, my father's brother, my uncle. He's well, he's actually the heir at the moment, because my father said to me that until I prove myself as a man to him, I'm not permitted my inheritance.
So that is why you're so determined to have me win this for you.
Well, yes. It's a difficult situation for me. So, I suppose we should get you ready, yes?
Yes.
Right, well, I've got my Reichsplate over here. It's some of the finest quality stuff you'll ever find. It's definitely going to keep you safe. No question about that. It might be a bit tight, but you should be fine. You're a bit bigger than me, but not by too much.
I'll survive.
So you spend the next 20 to 30 minutes inside the tent. Primus has dismissed his servants. He just helps you get into the armor himself. He doesn't want the servants knowing about it all. And then,
my lord, I suggest you put my helmet on as well, so that you don't get identified.
Yes, I was just going to say that. I'm going to put on a helmet. I'm going to pretend to be a retainer.
That's acceptable.
So I'll just follow you around and pretend to be useful while you go and win the joust, yes?
Yes, sounds good to me.
Excellent. So he puts on your armor and your helmet, and then grabs one of his own tabards from nearby and puts that on as well. And almost immediately as you leave the tent after you finish getting ready, you can see that there is a Bretonnian outside. Judging by his appearance, you can see that he's a Knight of the Realm. He's made his way over. It looks like he was almost definitely waiting for you to come outside. He was definitely waiting outside. He makes his way over, and he calls out a greeting. Ah! Monsieur Primus, I have been waiting so long to meet you. It is an honor.
It is an honor to meet you too. I try to say without any accent.
You immediately notice that this man's accent, he's from Baston.
Oh.
So yeah, he's actually a local, and you can tell the distinction of his accent. So I assume you want to pretend to have an imperial accent.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna just glance to my retainer and try and make a subtle gesture saying, "This could be trouble."
Can you make a challenging entertain test, please?
Oh God. No, I can't.
You are you intending to try and re-roll, or are you taking that result?
I'm going to take that result because I want to save all my rerolls for the actual joust.
Okay.
Because I think I might need them.
Okay. So you try to put on an imperial accent, and it doesn't go very well. It's like you're doing like this really, really shitty German accent. Like it's just not working out for you at all. And you're like, yeah. It's just completely not working at all. And this Bretonnian is, as he's talking to you, he grows slowly more and more suspicious. Kind of like, He's like, Monsieur, it is an honor to meet you. Yes, I have come all the way from Bretonnia. My name is Paul de Favier. I am... Oh, God, what was the name of him? Wait. I am the son of Guy de Favier. He is the lord of County Berche.
Do I recognize the name? I suspect.
You do? Yep, that used to belong to your dad.
Ah.
So
I'm
this man...
gonna want to kill this man.
This man is the son of the lord that now owns your family's lands.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
He responds to you now in Bretonnian as he says, Monsieur, you have a convincing accent. Do you speak my language?
I'm gonna reply in Bretonnian. No, I'm not gonna reply in Bretonnian. I'm gonna start saying something in Bretonnian and then catch myself and say, "I'm afraid, I'm afraid I don't speak the language well."
He stares at you for a few seconds. He's kind of like, and you can tell that like Primus next to you is like shuffling his weight a bit. He's feeling quite awkward. And all three of you just kind of stare at each other for a moment, and he just goes, "Right."
Anyway, can I ask that you speak to me after the joust, as I do not want anything to interrupt my preparations?
Oui, Seigneur. I suppose I will see you on the field of the joust. Uh-huh.
See you on the field.
Indeed. Yes, well, may the lady bless you, Seigneur,
and you as well.
And good morning. He starts walking away, like he starts walking away, and he looks behind himself at you several times, like what the fuck.
And I'm going to catch myself and say Sigma, even.
Runk, you've arrived at the jousting field as well, and you can see quote unquote Primus, and this Bretonnian Knight of the Realm has just walked past you, and he comes past and he's, "You filthy dwarf."
And I'm just gonna slightly shake with rage now that he's left.
I'd like to kick the guy in the shin as he walks past.
As you kick this Bretonian in the shin as he comes past. It probably hurts you more than him because he's wearing full plate, but he staggers as he.
Knight of the Realm wearing full plate.
Yeah. He staggers as he's been kicked, and leans down to rub at his shin and scowls at you. Filthy creature! How dare you do this to me? If you were in my lands, you would know much worse punishment.
I'm sorry, my lord. I must have slipped at the sight of your bright, shiny armor. How masculine you are, covered in metal.
He scowls at you angrily, and then just stomps on, unable to come up with a good response.
I'm gonna.
Au revoir, pretty thing. Au revoir.
I'm gonna give a nod to Runk and smile smugly.
You can't smile smugly because you're hiding behind a full plate visor.
He doesn't know I'm smiling smugly, but I am.
You see this large figure in blackened steel, like kind of like still awkwardly getting used to wearing some extremely heavy armor. Start making his way over towards Lorne's horse.
Lorne? I look confused between, like, the fake Primus getting on Lorne's horse and then who I think is Lorne.
You know, Lorne looks weirdly thin.
What's going on here? Is this
his chainmail doesn't look like it fits properly.
Listen, none of this has been... I've not been there for any of the explanations of this, so I'm just like, what's going on here?
It's at about this time that Antarius rocks up, looking absolutely magnificent, in his breastplate and on his mighty horse.
Does he still smell bad from last night? Or did
I think no, he had a bath.
Yeah,
Everyone jumped in the river.
but I
but the river certainly wasn't clean, was it?
Like, I'm still fatigued, though, is the thing. I look pretty worn out a little bit.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, your armor and your horse look great. You don't.
I look disheveled.
Lucky you'll be wearing a helmet.
Didn't
Is
you have to
everything
burn
okay,
your
Antares?
fancy clothes as well?
Yeah, I had to burn my old tractor.
Is everything okay, Antarius? You look tired.
Also, Whittled and Kernt and Joseph are all with him as well.
Elf, you're looking well.
It's a long night last night.
Wait a minute, you're not there. You're getting ready. You're getting ready to mount your
I thought
horse.
that was right next to them.
No. They're next to Runk.
My apologies.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to Antarius and be like, what's wrong? You look tired. You should be on your best if you're going to fight today.
Oh no, he was too busy fucking running around in the gutter, and I had to pull him out.
Yeah.
You're
I-
welcome.
What would you boys do without me? I'd shuffle around in my pack and hand a vitality potion over to Antarius.
Probably could do a lot more.
You're a true friend, Runk. And I toss him
Do me-
like I give you a gold crown.
Wait,
Oh.
why? I'm the one that
'Cause I
bloody
gave him-
saved you.
I gave him a potion.
Give me a potion.
The dwarf gives him a potion. He gives him a gold crown. Fucking Kernt saves his life, and he gives him fuck off.
It didn't really save my life. I could have been really around myself.
It's true enough.
It didn't seem like that. Didn't look like that.
It was fine. I was fine. I do have some bad news for you, though, Runk.
Oh,
I did see Runk talking to the dwarf.
You did, yeah.
Yeah. In the sewers, that dwarf you were speaking to, I found him down there. He's
oh, is he okay then? Yeah, I couldn't find him last night.
no, he's dead.
What? Gotri was a great warrior. What killed him?
That rat thing probably got him.
I kind of look at Current and I say, like, not here. I look at Runk and I say, there's a lot of things going on in this town, and we need to talk after the joust. As soon as we get everyone together, I can
Right.
maybe explain what's going on. But if you have some time, you might be able to go collect your friend from down below. Darius looks away, and he looks a little bit like shocked. He's like, I'm not going back down there just yet.
As this discussion is going on, a pair of militiamen come rushing into the Scharfenfest. They're looking quite out of breath, and they make their way over to two of the other guards who are just kind of stood around. They're just kind of watching the jousting area, making sure that there's no trouble while the peasants are setting up. And these two militiamen, they run over and they grab the other two guards and say, "Look, Sergeant needs backup. Come with us. Come on, quick!" And all four of them start sprinting off quickly, back towards the western gate.
I wonder what that was about.
Probably some fucking pisser shot some dealer.
How long?
The guards, they're probably like rushing to arrest the wrong person.
How
That
long
sounds about right.
do we have until the joust? Like, what time of day is it?
It's getting towards the later end of the morning now. You know that it's meant to start just before 12, which means you've probably got like an hour, if that.
I'm gonna yawn and then look towards Kant and then just like look away and a bit awkwardly scratching the back of my head and being like, "So you alright then, are you?"
Oh no, I'll always remember what you did. I'm just.
I mean, your hero, you saved like the elf.
Indeed, I am a hero, but I'm not going to be your hero.
Lorne, at this point, you've finished mounting your horse. You may, if you wish, go over to the rest of the group. Otherwise, you can just go to the jousting field.
I'm going to ride the horse over, say, "Morning, elf. You're looking great. See you on the field," and then trot off.
I give like a.
You're greeted by this strange man in black armor, who comes over, and he sounds vaguely Bretonnian, but you're not quite sure because of the echo in the helmet.
Well, he was a bit of a dude.
I kind of give him a small nod, and I'm sure he's wearing like the prince's heraldry, right, or the lordly heraldry. Yeah. I give him a small nod, and then I start making my own way to the joust, and I look to the others. I'm like, if you guys want to go check out that, see what's going on with that, I'm sure it'll keep you busy during this nonsense. Or you can watch me make a fool of myself.
The way I see it,
I'm here to support you, my friend.
Appreciate it.
I care not for the matters of guards and militia.
I drink the potion too as I start to make my way to the joust. That gets rid of my fatigue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It does, yep.
Okay. So
As you feel fully refreshed, and all of a sudden you feel as if you could take on the world. And it probably had a bit of cocaine in it as well.
I'm woke as fuck right now.
Absolutely buzzing off your tits, you make your way towards the jousting ring, following quote-unquote Primus von Bildhofen. And soon enough, a long parade of knights, retainers, lords, and similar of such esteemed company start making a parade of their beautifully liveried horses, followed by like their parades of squires and so on and so forth. All of the peasants are delighted because they all look very fancy and pretty, and it's all great. And it's all very colourful, and there are some peasants going up and down with little trays and carts that they're pulling along with food on them that you can buy. Only a few pennies each.
I'd like to buy a deep fried rat, please.
You can indeed buy a deep fried rat. It's only 3 brass pennies.
I'll buy one of those.
I just like
Can't
shudder.
go wrong with a bit of rat, boys.
Is
Oh,
there any chicken?
There is some chicken. You can get that for 6 brass pennies.
Yeah, that'd be chicken.
So you pick up some scran as you settle in to. Hang on.
How do I give myself the fatigue condition, by the way?
It's in your effects. It's the one where it looks like he's half asleep if you just click it. There's
Yeah,
zero
okay.
underneath it.
Just click the number underneath the yeah.
Okay, got it.
So, hang on. Global illumination. Token vision.
Ooh.
Give me a sec.
Now, lads, if you want to rig a fucking horse joust, right, is you try and get into the stables and you excite the horse. So they're all riding males, because that's what these knights want. Big, hard, scary beasts. So you just excite them a little bit, and then when they're on the joust, they won't fucking do what they want.
I heard that if you put ginger up a horse's arse, it makes a very interesting scenario.
So if you want it, we can go.
I still haven't figured out how to actually set it so that I mount my horse.
So it's like this. Hold on. Is your horse Lamry the Bretonnian Destrier?
Yep, that's it. The other one just needs deleting because
So in theory, there we go. Yeah, you should now be mounted. Yep.
how did you do that?
I just dragged it into your mount section in the combat.
I was trying to do that, but does the token actually need to be on the thing?
You can do it for Antarius as well. There we go.
But your horse looks so much fancier.
I'm gonna look at the gap between like Runk and Kern, and then I'm just gonna squeeze on the end next to Runk.
Is there any? Are the knights arriving in with the horses, or is there like a stables? Yeah. Next to it?
The knights are all kind of filing in. There are stables in Bogenhafen itself, where many of the mounts have been treated and groomed. But the knights themselves are coming from the pavilions that have been set up near the Scharfenfest.
Never mind.
Oh yeah, is the person who refused me entry to the joust around? If so, I'm just going to wave at them.
You do indeed see that clerk, who appears to be the announcer for the festival, judging by the fact that he's got a trumpet and a long list next to him. And as you wave at him, he lets out a squeal of glee and waves back at you excitedly.
My petty vengeance.
Finally, as the last of the knights start filing into the large set-up arena, the clerk makes his way up to the top of the podium, and a trumpeter blares as the crowd is quietened down. And the man goes on, "Welcome, one and all, to the tourney of the von Bildhofens, hosted here at this fine Scharfenfest, here at the town of Bogenhafen. This tourney is also sponsored by the venerable von Sapottenheim family, led by one Graf Wilhelm, who extends his warm wishes and hopes of victory to one and all competitors today." And the crowd starts clapping loudly as a few of the peasants start cheering, and already some of the vendors going up and down between the stalls are starting to offer drinks of mead as well, as they can already see the opportunity for profit.
Tyrus.
Uh,
Oh man, he's not gonna win. My money's weighted on. Well, I don't. Oh, fucking Vaughn.
Beginning with the first joust of the day, we have the entrance of one
Antarius Simtavir and Lord Perrault de Faviers of Bastony. Baston, yes. As, the crowd-
Tarius, woo!
Let's go.
I'm
Tarius.
just gonna trot past Antarius on my way to the side and just say, just mention it loud enough for him and only him to hear. Kill the fucker.
Oh wow. Go ahead, take my position.
As the knight prepares himself, waving to the crowd, he's clearly like some kind of crowd-pleasing type. He's waving his banner in the air and trying to be as shiny as possible as he's showing off to all of the peasants who are cheering. Even though he is a foreigner, he's...
What rank? What?
The fuck? What clothes?
So, the dwarf has just mooned the very arrogant Bretonian noble and insulted the elf. I am very happy with that.
I'm skirting.
You can hear some of the people in the audience are complaining that there's no bookies at the event, and the rumor is that one of them, someone got murdered during the Scharfenfest, and as a result, all the bookies have left town.
Well, there's a niche that I can fill. Do I hear this, gossip?
You do, yeah.
I turn to settle those that I've sat next to, I've left the dwarf. And I reassured them that not all the bookies have left, only the ones that were meaning to rob you. Myself, I'm an honest bookkeep. I'm here to take the bettings of this here tourney. So if you pass the word and have them form an orderly queue at the side here. And just open up the little sack pouch and start being professional about it, make some space in the bench.
Can you make a challenging evaluate test, please?
Why do I get a feeling if Kern is successful, he's going to disappear before anyone actually wins or loses?
Where is fucking... What was it again?
Evaluate.
Evaluate.
It's an advanced skill.
Oh, yes. Difficult?
Challenging.
Challenging. Yes.
Boom.
You actually managed to get a little enterprise going here. People seem to quickly take on because there's a complete lack of bookies, and suddenly there is a bookie available. And the next thing you know, you've got a large line of peasants and dock workers and other sorts, and even a few merchants lining up to throw money at you in exchange for some decent odds. Over the course of the tourney, although you make some losses and you also make some gains, over the course of the tourney, you're able to make a profit of 2 gold crowns.
Nice.
I thought he'd gone down. Oh, sorry, I was away. I thought he'd gone to the other end to get away from me.
Meanwhile, the Bretonian knight and Antarius both begin preparing themselves. Antarius definitely has the better initiative.
It's got to be the Bretonian A rank. What do you reckon?
So the premise of the jousting is if you are reduced to 0 wounds, you will be dismounted. If you lose more than half of your wounds in one hit, you will be dismounted.
Not a roll to try and stay on the horse.
No. If you lose more than half of your wounds, you will be dismounted. Otherwise, if you do take wounds, there will be a ride test to see if you're able to stay in your saddle.
Okay.
Are they both you having to use lances?
Yes.
Go on and make sure Antarius has a lance, because I don't think he would have one otherwise.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull one out.
No, you don't have a lance, but we can give you one. It's easy enough for the tourney to provide you with a lance.
And are we using tournament lances? So therefore ones with the undamaging quality?
Are those a thing?
Not in-game, but you wouldn't use a real lance against...
I'm
it-
doing it
lances are
I'm doing
designed
it
to
in such a
shatter.
sense that like they're not intended to be lethal, but we're using wounds as a way of examining your endurance and your ability to stay mounted. So like
The undamaging quality just means that if armor would reduce it to 0 or less, you take 0 wounds instead of the minimum 1.
Oh, okay. Where is this undamaging?
It's
Is
just in the weapons traits. I was thinking you probably might want that just to represent the fact that the armor in a tournament setting is going to try and protect people from injury.
Okay.
I just turned to Witold. Look at that Bretonian being a nerd.
I think I need to
Yeah, but,
import
I mean-
entry.
Like Bretonians are trained to do this kind of stuff since birthright, and like not being funny, he's an elf. I'd wager with you the I want Ontarius to win, obviously, but I just think like the Bretonians can murder him now. I'd put money on it. You interested?
Gold
Rod?
crown on it? I'll bet a gold crown on Antarius.
Oh, I'll put gold on the Bretonian. Winner takes all.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, so
Alright, all wagers are to be here. I'll have you know.
Yeah,
I'm
quiet
just
you.
gonna-
I'll tell the crowd.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give him a dead-eyed stare.
Quiet
I
you,
see you two whispering to each other. I know what you're doing.
I'll tell the
Oh,
crowd.
actually, I
you're
was
tax
wrong
collector.
on the undamaging rule there, Liam. Sorry.
okay.
So maybe not.
Yeah, we'll just use normal lances. It's fine. It'll be alright.
I kick Kernt in the shin.
Does Antarius have the weapon skill cavalry?
No,
No.
it does not.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's not going to go too well for him.
No.
So you don't get to use any of the qualities of the lance. So to you, it's just a weapon that has a very long reach with +6 strength on the charge only.
Yep. It's just a pointy stick.
It's just a pointy stick, whilst the Bretonians will have the impact and impale qualities,
Mm.
as will everybody else if you win this.
Oh, I'm gonna get fucked on.
Sticking with the pointy end, Antarius.
Again, this is what he does for King and Country.
As
Phoenix King and Island.
Yeah.
as the trumpet blares, the Bretonian lowers his lance and begins charging up the what are these called? Does anyone know?
I
Lanes.
actually don't know.
Lists.
It's lanes,
List.
isn't
Is it a list?
Oh,
Is
list.
it a
That's
list?
yeah.
Yeah.
He comes charging up the list, tilting his lance towards you. Clearly, he knows what he's doing, and you don't. And you can already feel that as you point this weapon
Hang
towards him. But by God, you're going to do your best.
Does Antarius also have a shield that he needs to add just for this joust?
Yeah, that's probably sounds like a good idea for him, doesn't it?
Because that will actually affect the damage calculation he takes.
Yeah, he is going to want a shield, isn't he?
I might want him to lose. Well, I might want both of these to lose, but I want it to be fair.
I mean, I just think he should.
Well, actually, no, because it's a two-handed weapon, isn't it?
No, lance is one-handed.
No,
whilst mounted.
Or is it a lance one-handed?
It counts as a improvised weapon when on foot, but unless it actually says two-handed, such as the cavalry hammer, all cavalry weapons are one-handed.
I mean, I think he didn't bring a shield, and I've got gold riding on this, so let's just go.
Why don't you take a bet with Kern? Because we know he's going to be in profit, so no matter what happens, you won't lose your money.
Are you Are you sure about that?
Yep. 100% sure about cavalry.
I think it's probably
Because it says here that a lance is a two-handed weapon.
Cavalry weapons are assumed to be used when mounted. When not used from horseback, all two-handed weapons in the cavalry weapon also count as two-handed weapons.
Oh,
Single-handed cavalry weapons are not normally used when unmounted. That's literally all it says about cavalry. And if you actually go to the cavalry weapon, it doesn't include the two-handed thing, and there's only two weapons, so they wouldn't make the distinction if there wasn't.
That's a fair point. In which case, is there a way that we can... Then how can we, like, force it to recognize that you can use a shield and a lance?
Let me just equip my lance. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't want to accept it.
It's fine.
Oh wait, okay,
It's
hang on.
got two-handed ticks.
Yeah, you can
It
just
shouldn't do,
toggle.
I don't know why. You can just untick it.
You can just untick it. Yeah.
But yeah, I suspect if
There
you
you
were
go.
to use it unmounted, it would count as a two-handed improvised weapon. As it says,
Oh,
uses improvised weapon on turn where you've not charged.
I mean, it would make sense. You use lances with shields.
Yeah. Every joust has a shield. You actually aim for the shield. Normally jousts are scored by you break your lance 1 point, you hit the head 2 points, you unseat them 3 points. That's typically how jousts were actually scored.
You're making this far too complicated.
Anyway,
I am.
yeah. So Antarius can. Combatant. Antarius, you can go ahead and you can basically just roll to hit against the Knight Errant. So you want to select yourself, then alt-click on the Knight Errant, and then roll an attack using your lance. You want to make sure that it's charging.
challenging.
Charging, rather. But yeah, it should be challenging. Yeah.
Where's the charging?
It should be a
Okay.
toggle.
Yeah, I see it. There you go.
Cool.
Oh, you targeted the fucking Destria rather than the rider.
Oh, whoops. Well, I can't really target the...
I mean, you could try killing his horse,
yeah,
and
I
that
gotta
would send him flying.
You could do that if you wanted to, I suppose. Is that what you wanted to do?
It might get you kicked out of the tournament as a unfair thing to do.
No, I would probably try to hit the guy.
Reroll it.
How do I target the dude? Because he's...
You should just-
You click on the very small bit of the dude, I'm guessing.
Yeah, you can click
Well-
on... You should just be able to click on him.
No, I'm just able to click on the horse. I can't click on him.
That's really odd.
Okay,
What,
now
now?
I can click on him. Yeah. Alright, let's try this again. Charging. Wow.
It was a better roll.
Okay, he is going to respond in kind.
I'm guessing he's going to use his shield to block it.
Mm-mm. So he has avoided your attack. He's going to see if he can land a hit in turn. He rolled like shit.
Okay.
The dice aren't in anyone's favour at the moment, are they?
So you now need to either roll a dodge Oh no, you can't because you don't have trick riding. So basically, the only response that you can make is another weapon skill test using your lance.
Use the shield to dodge instead of your shield to block.
So I can just roll this shield to block.
Yep, just roll the shield.
Is it charging on the shield too or no?
No.
No.
Okay. Sure.
As you both manage to parry each other's weapons, neither of you manage to land a meaningful strike. As the pair of you carry on towards the far end of the list and rotate round for another charge, and the peasants in the wings start cheering. Some of them are starting to chant, "Elf! Elf! Elf! Elf!" Surprisingly enough.
I'm going to murmur elf, elf, elf underneath my breath too.
Breton.
Alright, I'm gonna go again. Charge this asshole.
So it's going to be him to go first this time.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh! Oh, he's
no.
got a good one.
Oh. At least it's in the one place you have armor.
Yeah.
If that had hit you in the head, you'd be screwed.
Yeah. Alright. Just roll shield.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Wow, he hits
Oh,
me
yeah.
for 20.
20.
I'm fucking dead, dude.
I think you've just been completely thrown off your horse. But we need to see how much damage you do to him.
Okay.
So you can target him and attack him with your lance. You also get charging for this.
Charging. Ah. I hit him too, but oh,
Oh.
Hit him in the head as well.
Oh my...
Oh, left arm.
Oh, no way. Holy crap.
did we
As-
knock each other out?
The pair of you knock each other off your horses. Both of you are thrown off and into the dust as you tumble onto the ground. And as you fall, can you make, please, a difficult toughness test, please?
Hang on. Do you just want to check that they're still alive after those hits? After
No,
armor?
because the way that I'm doing this is different.
Okay. Because I would have thought that if to that damage to Antares, he might be just knocked unconscious.
No, it's more like can they take the hit sort of thing. I think.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
the lancers aren't meant to be as lethal as the game is representing. I just
Okay.
can't represent that.
Yeah.
Toughness. Difficult.
Oh no, that should not be opposed. Challenging.
Challenging.
Looks like Antares might have won.
So, Antares, you are knocked off of your horse, but you also take down this Bretonnian with you. Both of you crumble into the dust, rolling on the floor. But there is a difference. You get to your feet, and he doesn't.
How is your toughness 67? Oh, curiosity.
Possibly he rolled with advantage, but it doesn't matter
I mean,
anyway.
he'd still pass, but
His toughness should be 37.
Yeah.
So I don't know where that big old
I don't know
bonus is coming from. But in any event, you've still beaten him.
Yeah.
And this Bretonnian Knight Errant slumps on the ground, and you realise, like, oh, he's actually unconscious.
I throw my hands up into the air and I'm like, victory! I just yell it out.
You cheer at the top of your lungs as the trumpet blares, and one of the retainers makes his way over and comes to check the body, and places his hand on the side of the Bretonnian knight's neck, and then takes it away, and he's horrified as there's red all over his hand.
I nodded my head approvingly towards Antarius.
Sacre bleu! The master is bleeding. We must get him to a leech.
As these retainers hastily try to pick up their master and carry him hastily off of the field, and they leave a trail of blood in his wake.
Antarius, the night crippler.
Atarius is oblivious, and it's just like enjoying his victory. He's like, "Woohoo!"
I am very pleased.
It's so funny. I take my horse and I lead her off the.
Don't know why there's two. There we go.
I don't know why there's two either, but yeah.
There is some awkward muttering from the stands above where all of the nobles are as they start talking to each other. Some of them are giving Antarius some dubious looks. Whittled, you can actually see Tugan up in the noble lists. He's sat up there drinking some wine.
I'm just gonna like keep an eye on him. Which one is he in? Sort of like this one over here on this side.
Runk should not be up there. What the fuck?
I'm surprised the guards haven't chased Runk off.
Yeah, there is no way Runk is up there. What the fuck?
No one noticed me.
Something else to do.
Tugan is up here. I think I can shift click to do that. Yeah, he's up here in the lists over here.
First thing, and it's pretty painful, I'm going to slip a gold crown to Runk.
Yeah, boy.
And then I'm gonna
Yes, Antarius.
For the next, there are another few jousts that take place. Several noblemen dehorsing each other. Several peasants laughing. Runk, what the fuck?
He's running away from the guards chasing after the streaking dwarf.
For fuck's sake.
I want to quickly just, if I may, I want to nudge Runk, and I'm going to point out Tugan over there. And I'm going to be like, hey, do you remember I delivered that letter? Did I ever tell you about the guy?
Yeah, you said he was creepy. That's all I remember you saying.
Yeah, do you see him over there, the creepy looking one? I just sort of like try and subtly point.
Yeah. Can I try and recognise him, like, for what he is from this distance?
No, well, you don't know what he is, but you can see that he's a very pale-looking human, and he looks quite sinister, for whatever reason.
I'm all meant, like, can I roll chaos or something? Would any of those apply?
No, they would not.
No. Okay. All right.
Is he hiding in the shade, or is he actually out?
He is underneath the pavilion. He is currently in some shade. Yep.
So yeah, I saw him like walking around last night, like really late, and luckily my stealth and my like street, smarts were on point. But he was just like wandering around. It just like I don't know, I don't like him. There's something real creepy about him.
I'll keep my eye on him then.
But you see it, right? It's not just me. It's not just me, right?
No, but he is definitely a strange-looking individual. Well, at least I won a gold anyway. Makes me much happier.
Makes me think he's like babes and like blood and virgins or something else.
Eventually, the several jousts that take place over the next 45 minutes come to a conclusion as several other nobles make their way through the lists. And then finally, it comes to Lorne, or quote-unquote Primus von Bildhofen, as his name is called by the attending trumpeter.
I'm just going to trot my horse in front of the nobles seating, raise my lance into salute to my father, and then get ready to joust.
Your quote-unquote father scowls down at you disapprovingly as he grimaces from the top of the pavilion.
Facing the Honourable Primus von Bildhofen is the exile prince, Wiedpold von Holzwig-Schleistein. There are some concerned murmurs that come out from the noble pavilion, but among the peasants there's just a lot of cheering. They don't really know or care any of the details about these people.
When you say Withold, I'd suddenly look around, like I'm suddenly meant to be there or something. And look,
I thought you said Withold as well.
Yeah.
No, Luitpold. Sorry, very similar though.
But the second name was similar as well, and I was like, wait, what?
Exile Prince, what?
And this man makes his way up. He is looks to be probably in his early 30s. He's kitted out in some mail breastplate and some in a plate breastplate and some mail, but he's not as heavily armored as some of the other combatants. Not as heavily armored as you either. Are you wearing your Reichsplate? Did I give that to you?
Yeah, well, you didn't give it to me, but I just chucked on plate armor, so
okay.
I am wearing.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just took it from the trappings.
Okay,
It was
that's
the
fine.
right stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's fine. So, this guy saddles up and comes in to oppose you. He gives you a brief nod before lowering his visor and pointing his lance at you.
I give him a salute with my lance and lower mine and ready to charge as well.
You can see that he's carrying the banner of Reichland.
Oh. Sure.
As indeed he charges down the list. Who gets to go first? It's him.
How do I actually target?
Alt left click.
Also... there we go. I just managed to bring my horse to the front. But I can't seem to
How about now?
click on him. I click on the horse.
Okay, if I do that.
Thank you.
Okay.
So who was going first? Him.
He is going first, yes.
Do we get both one advantage for charging there?
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh!
Ow.
Oh wow, he rolled very well.
Doesn't seem to be taking into account my advantage.
You can manually edit the modifier if you need
Yeah.
to. Like,
I'm just
Well,
wondering
well,
whether it's supposed to be advantage 1 or advantage 10.
There's always the archery.
it should not be advantage 10. It should be advantage 1.
Cool.
The modifier should be 10.
Yeah. Oof.
It's a heavy blow, but it's not accounting for your toughness, though. And your armor.
Yeah, I'm just going to apply the damage. Still,
Damage applied
that's
13.
not taken into account my armor, has it?
No, it has not. Why is that?
Good question. I don't know.
Is it because of impale?
Oh, maybe. Did he roll?
No. I don't know why it's not applying your armor, because that should be getting reduced by an additional... I think 4 on top of that?
Yeah, it should be being reduced by an additional 4.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not. It's really odd.
Yeah.
So, if the damage has already been applied to you, you can just add that 4 back. I think it has. If I look on your main tab, yeah, it already has. So you can add that back.
There we go. Doesn't seem to be taking into account my actual health on the... Oh, there we go. It's just updated.
Ow. No, I just hurt my fucking thumb. Ow. Okay, so with that done, I think that's still taking you down to like 5.
Yeah, it has.
I think.
Which is
if
more
you
than half
want,
of my health.
if you want, I will let you spend a fortune point to stay seated.
Can I roll my to hit and then decide which one I want to spend the fortune point on?
Sure, that's fine.
Do that then, so I'll make my attack.
Okay. You will roll his defense. He has not been dehorsed.
And I will spend that fortune point to stay on seated.
Okay, that's fine. As you both take a grueling blow and are almost knocked off of your steeds, but not quite. As you stagger down to the other end of the list, and he readies himself for his second charge.
Now go at him again.
It is your turn to go first.
And for some reason, my lock seems to have been lost again. I don't know what's going on.
There you go.
Thank you. Should it be one advantage that we're both on? Because of charging again. Because we both failed
Yeah.
the opposed weapons test.
Yep. Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh. Oh! Oh! He fumbled! Oh, dearie me. Okay, he's definitely off his horse. But let's see how you fare.
A part of your anatomy.
I just have to pass this test. I just have to pass this test. Yes!
With a crushing blow, you completely dehorse this man, send him sprawling into the dust as he is thrown off of his steed. And the crowd goes wild, cheering. You can audibly hear the shout of Lord von Bildhofen in the pavilion going, "What the fuck?"
I'm actually surprised.
That was my father again, wasn't it?
Yeah. Quote
I
unquote.
raise my lance and give him a salute.
There is
Probably
there is a
shattered lance
lot
at this point.
There is a lot of bickering up in the noble pavilion, as this has caused enormous controversy, as Luitpold has been dehorsed and thrown into the dust.
I'm guessing that's the first time he's been dehorsed.
He stares up into the sky in alarm. Fortunately, you haven't knocked him out, although he looks quite badly winded. As a handful of retainers come rushing out, and the retainers come carrying him out, and you can hear them muttering among each other like, "What? That's insane! What? That doesn't make any sense."
I give him a salute as well as he passes.
You're an idiot.
Kernt, one of your customers comes over to you, looking absolutely red in the face after this result, and he says, "This is ridiculous. That is the son of Karl Franz himself. He does not lose a joust."
Well, he just lost the joust. If you
It's
have
rigged.
any-
It's fucking rigged.
Please take this up with my colleague here and I point to Runk.
The man looks at Runk.
I just sigh and idly put my hand on my axe.
Yeah, alright, maybe it's not rigged.
Oh
Now-
yeah, Liam.
Don't go
just
saying
for
anything
one-
else about rigging.
What are you saying?
Just for wounds wise, should I keep?
You
my
can
wounds as
reset
they
your
are?
wounds.
Cool.
So can Antarius, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't take any wounds because, like, I mean, I was on my fucking horse for the most part. I was like, I'm pretty dead, so like, my wounds were fine.
I mean, you should have taken quite a few when you were unhorsed, but
Yeah,
I
I
suppose
mean,
the
like,
whole point is we're not taking injuries that last.
yeah.
As several
yeah,
more combatants are put through the list, before finally the call is made for perhaps the one that everyone was least looking forward to. As the trumpeter unfurls his call again, and he says, "This will be the joust between for the semi-final. We have Primus von Bildhofen and Antarius Simtavir."
Do a trot
Antarius!
the nobles thing again, lance and salute. New lance, because I'm pretty sure the previous one broke. Wrong line, Elf.
And so the pair of you line up. You're kind of out of speaking range. You can't really talk to each other unless you shout it over the screaming of the crowd.
Give you a salute
I
and level my lance
fine.
at you.
Oh man. Oh jeez.
Also, can you just move your horse one pace just so I can target you?
Just do it like that.
Thank you. Can you target me easily enough there?
No, I need you to move.
There you go.
All right, good.
All right. Oops. So, as the pair of you line up and find yourself facing each other down, it becomes apparent that only one of you is going to get the opportunity to go to the finish here. Maybe neither of you, since it remains to be seen who's going to come out the other end of the semi-final.
Oh, that sounded hot. Only one of you have the opportunity to finish. Ultimate cook.
When you are ready, gentlemen, you may begin.
I kick the horse and just charge straight down. No hesitation.
He's encumbered.
Sorry.
Antarius, your initiative is higher, and you will get to roll first.
All right.
Here, Brunk, do you want to go double or nothing? I'll back the Bretonian again, and you can have the elf.
Maybe I'll double or nothing, but I'll go 1 for 1 again.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, I see
I
what's
should only
going on
be on
here.
one
It's because his advantage is so high. That's why.
Oh wait, is my advantage fucked up?
Yeah, your advantage.
Yeah,
is
you
fucked up.
haven't
I've
reset
fixed
it after the fight ended, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I fixed it.
Shit.
I almost forgot to reset my advantage then.
Okay.
I take it I don't get to add it for my attack now.
That'd be 0.
No, it should have been 1 for your charge.
Yeah, I had that included in it.
Oh, okay.
You can
Yeah.
now roll.
Oh yes, head.
To attack
Give me
in
a head.
kind.
Give me a
Okay,
head
so
shot.
Antarius needs to roll to defend.
You like that head view?
You don't have any
Oh,
advantage
sorry.
now because you failed to hit me.
I need to select you again. Hold on. Nothing.
Oh, hang on, let me just move the horses. Tell you what, I'll just fucking stick these horses over here. A bit clumsy.
Shields.
They just run down the list at each other with big spears.
Horses are
Yeah, baby.
Oh, Antarius has successfully deflected the blow as
Ah,
the pair of you come riding round to either side. God, imagine if one of you was a wizard. Imagine the bullshit a player could pull right now if one of you was a wizard.
It's like
that
trip
would
someone
definitely
else's
be
horse
like
or whatever.
me.
I mean, yeah, I will say that Lorne's very lucky that you don't check Discord very often, Liam.
Well, yeah, I see that, but I don't really see how you could do that.
I was just going to poison his water with spit. So.
But I was gonna fucking try and sneak in the stables and jack off a horse. So when
Is Antarius going first this time?
Yep.
Send no other way, Kurt.
Wait, did I go first?
Wait, no. Sorry, no. I'm wrong. Lorne attacks first here.
Yeah, I went first last time.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's good.
That's a good one. That's.
Boom.
Oh.
What? How did that? Why? Well, they got the same, didn't they?
Because it's slightly different.
Because they have
mine
they have the same success level.
It then goes down to the actual difference, or who has the higher weapon skill. I can't remember which.
Well, shit.
And also, because my horse is so much heavier, I do quite a bit more damage.
Yeah, I don't think Antarius has any fortune points, does he?
Nope.
No, 'cause
No, no, you do not.
Nor resilience, I don't think, because he's an elf.
Yeah.
So that's the damage applied. You're still horsed.
Yeah, I'm just down at 5.
You can
Down to how much did you say?
roll to respond now.
Fortune. Oh,
Oh. Oh God.
Fucking hell.
Nice.
I'm gonna take a critical hit on the fancy armor, that's not mine, to deflect that critical hit and not take the critical wound.
Okay. So I think that damages the armor, doesn't it?
It does, but it's not mine, so I don't care.
Well, you're going to have to take the helmet off now, aren't you, too?
No, because it can take multiple. It can take 2 hits. It can be injured twice before it's useless.
Yes. Does it reduce the AP?
Good question. I'm not
After it's
sure. It
been
might
injured.
do. I'll double check
I
that.
think it reduces the AP.
I think you're probably right.
I think it should go down from 2 to 1.
Yeah, but after the damage, you're right.
Yeah, after damage.
Cool. So, ow.
ow.
As the crowd is cheering, it's just one of the better jousts that they've seen so far. And,
So, how much health do you have left, Antarius?
I'm like 1 tap, basically.
So you've got what? Sorry.
He's got half of his left,
Yeah, I got half of my
Should
health.
he not have been unseated then? Because you said half
but
health.
below half.
If
If you if you lose more than half of your health in one hit, then yes.
Okay.
Alright, so move forward.
I'll just move the damn horses out of the way.
Yeah.
I know, it's so irritating.
Alright, so I'm first.
Yes,
No?
you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Alright. Charging. Oof.
Oh.
Oh,
How is your things?
Wait. Can I check? Yeah, okay.
I can't. I've only got the utility coming up. I don't know why.
utility. Oh,
Yeah.
I can roll it for you.
Oh, there we go. Got
You
it.
got it? You got it.
Yeah.
What have we got?
Who are we cheering for anyway, boys? Like,
Yeah.
Oh my
baby!
God!
I'm definitely on Antarius' side. I've got money on him. And also the Praetorian needs to be brought down a peg or two.
am I going to lose another goal to Antarius?
I'm loving this.
Fucking hell.
Oh, you're out of fortune
I mean,
points.
I'm out of
Yep.
fortune points.
Oh
You
my
can
God.
still do though, and then just win the endurance sense.
You got a dark deal, man.
I hate-
Take a dark deal. I've got.
I'm gonna
gold
have
up
to
to-
dark deal this.
Oh,
Are you
God.
really
Dark
gonna dark deal it?
I can't lose to the elf. And also, you said I had to win this bloody joust to actually advance my career. I'm
Hang
gonna
on.
have to dark.
I was about to say, you're going to dark deal and become a mutant. Because that's your last one, isn't it?
No,
Oh,
I'm
no.
way off. I'm
Oh,
way
okay.
off. Oh!
Oh my god, you dark dealed it. Blimey.
I
Oh,
dark dealed
no.
it. Oh.
Oh my god. As you let Korn take the wheel, and wow. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. All
I
right.
can't let him. I can't let him.
Mate, I like the fact that you've done that after Lady told you if you did it again there was going to be major repercussions.
I know. I can't lose. the
Yep.
elf.
Oh no.
Pride! You're prideful.
Pride is the downfall. Oh,
Bad.
unless the elf wants to dark deal that, I think that's gonna be.
No, I'll take the blow.
Okay.
Whew.
I
Oh.
got too much corruption anyway.
Are you too angry?
Oh, I really impaled him.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! As Korn takes the wheel,
do you have
you
any
drive your
armor?
lance into the elf and you rip his hand off.
Do you have any armor on your arm?
Oh my
No.
fucking god!
No.
No. Oh
This is
god.
awesome.
Wait, I love this.
Oh no.
You drive your lance through the elf's hand and take it clean off. He screams as he is dehorsed.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. At least that roll wasn't the dark deal one.
So now I need to take a endurance test.
It's like a hard endurance test. Yep.
I mean, he fell off his horse. You might as well just let him.
Actually, yeah, we're gonna make that even harder. We're gonna make that a -40
Oh
I mean,
no.
because you've just fallen off your horse at
prone.
the same time.
Yeah.
Stand and prone are the only things he gets for failing that, so
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter at this point because he'll get medical attention straight away from the assistants.
Well, we won't see how the roll goes now.
I'm rolling it for the meme.
You've succeeded though.
I
You
succeed!
succeed. 'Cause you're dehorse. You've lost your fucking hand. You fall onto the ground, and for some reason you're not stunned. Like you land on your feet. That's
I'm just back on my head, on my feet.
you're stood there with this stump of a hand, and you just give Lorne a dirty look. You're just like, what the fuck? Dude?
You
Come
give
on.
me the finger with what remains.
Whoa, why? I got you points! That's hard.
I'm gonna leap the barrier and
Yep.
run down to start.
Okay,
like,
you,
going
uh,
over to help him.
You throw yourself over the barrier,
Oh,
and you rush across the lists towards your
I am
now
so
handless friend.
sorry. I am so sorry. At least it's your left. Which hand was it on?
It's probably my right hand.
Right. Oh no, it was your right hand as well.
I mean, like that was like the most likely one for you to hit. 'Cause my other hand would have had the shield, you know. So it cured my
hang on.
lance in the hand.
Can you take the critical damage on your shield instead of your hand? Because that counts as a piece of armor for that.
Shield would have been in the left hand.
Yeah, it would have been on my left hand, not the right. Hand.
Oh.
Yeah, the right. It would have been on the right hand.
Yeah. So
I looked to Runk.
Oh,
Yeah,
like,
right
oh,
arm.
right.
It does say right arm. Yeah, he lost his right hand.
I looked to Runk and I'm like, oh man, that's terrible. And then I
How
just held my
much,
hand out for the
Hey,
shot.
I'm already gone. I'm currently down, running over to him.
How many critical wounds did I get for that?
So I've already applied the critical wound to you.
Okay.
You've lost 4 real wounds.
Okay.
So that puts you at 7 wounds out of 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Runk leaps over the barrier, throws himself across the tourney ground, rushing towards his dear, now handless friend.
I'm
You
gonna
said you had
immediately-
11 wounds total, didn't you?
Yeah.
So you should have been on horse after those 6 wounds, because that's more than half.
Well, think about it
First
this way
pass.
though. Like half for me is like 5.5 or whatever, and
Yeah, so 6 is more than half.
Yeah, well, I allowed it. It was more dramatic.
yeah, I mean like it was fun. It was more fun.
The hand
well,
already
anyway.
was the DM's fault.
Not only did I win my gold back, but you've done me real solid because now Kurt can't be mad at me because like whatever he says, I'll be like, well, losing your hand.
So yeah, Runk has made his way onto the field.
I'm
Is that
so
right?
sorry.
Yeah, I'm
No, that's
gonna
fine.
immediately pull out the stuff I do know. So I'm gonna use the factoral.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use that on him.
Let me just pull up the
Check it
little
up.
herbs section.
Can I help you at all, Ron? What can I do?
I'm trying to invoke it, but I don't know.
I'm going to shout to my retainer and any other servants to get the surgeons out here.
But yeah, I put factoral on it, so you stop bleeding.
So much for
Yeah,
being a
you've-
weapon for tournament use. This.
You've dealt with the bleeding condition. That's fine.
There's
mean,
nothing
you-
I can do to save the hand, is there? Like, that's fucked.
No, that's fucked. Yeah, the
That's
hand's
fucked.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
The hand is
so
literally
sorry.
gone. It's literally
hand.
gone. It's impaled on the end of Lorne's lance.
We'll
I'm
fix
so
it.
sorry.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I've used my factoral then on him, and I'm just going to start binding his hand with the bandage.
Sure, you can make a heal test.
Elves can regrow limbs, I heard that.
I don't
like
like cool.
three.
This is all like the hallmarks of Zinch, isn't it? He's made one friend, like for pride, like wound the other.
Oh dear. You try your best to treat the wounds, but you're not able to help Antarius recover any of his wounds. You're pretty sure this is a bad one. He's going to be out of commission for a little bit.
I'm so sorry.
And Tarius is probably
Um,
knocked out at this point because he just lost a fucking hand. And he's just like,
Your horse comes over to you and start nudging you mournfully.
I'm gonna be standing up here, like looking pale. I'm just gonna be calling on like anyone who like can come and help.
A pair of Imperial soldiers carrying stretchers rush over, and they set the small stretcher down and they try to bundle Antarius onto it.
Okay, this guy's the
Has
ambassador.
the-
He's an ambassador. You can't hurt him, all right?
We're not trying to hurt him. We're trying to help him.
I know what you could be like. It's just he's an ambassador. It'd be like fatal to you if he's not made better.
Yeah, we get it.
Also, should Antarius be losing another 2 wounds from the 2 bleeding conditions of that mangled hand?
No, I fixed them.
Nah.
I fixed them with the
He
factoral.
got the factoral. That's fine.
Okay, cool. I'm glad of that. I'm
Go on,
glad of
dude.
that.
He's lost that hand. Give him a break.
Cut the
I know,
man some slack. He's
fucking-
lost a hand.
I was about to say, fucking Lorne sat there like, I'm so sorry I've done this to you, but is he dead?
So I should have helped. Like, I mean, look,
Unless anyone stops the 2 soldiers, they bundle Antarius onto the stretcher and carry him off towards the medical tent.
it's important though, Lorne, you understand. He's not only lost a hand, he's lost 5 fingers as well.
I'm aware of that.
Lorne, your quote-unquote retainer comes over to you and grabs the bridle of your horse and tries to come over and get your attention.
I follow him and
What do you think
Sorry.
you're doing? How am I going to explain that to my father?
accidents happen in the joust. You take the risks. Jesus Christ, I was. By the lady's sake, I was not expecting that.
This isn't good. This isn't a good look at all. How do you think this is going to play out with the elves when they hear about this? What just happened to their ambassador?
Well, their ambassador did pretty much just kill another competitor earlier in the joust.
Yes, but he's some foreign nobody from Britonia. Who cares about him?
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I just meant that he was more important. Plus, this has more significant political repercussions.
And he is still alive at the moment.
Oh, this isn't good
Yes.
at all. This isn't good at all. I don't
This
know
is
what
an
I'm going
issue.
to do. Listen, just... You're in the final now, so you may as well get to the end.
Don't you worry on that part.
It looks like
it looks like my uncle, Baron Siegfried, is the last jouster to face you. He's very good. Be careful.
Oh god, I hope this one doesn't die. Out of all of them, if someone dies, I'm so screwed.
Ladies and gentlemen of Bogenhofen, we come now to the final joust.
Oh, bro, better go sit down. I don't think we want to be here anymore.
I would have assumed Runk would have went to the medical tent with Antarius, right?
Yeah, I've done what I could for him. I've gone back to watch the final
He
turn.
just come back to watch the joust. Fuck it. Oh, my friend has lost a hand, but whatever. I want to get some more fried rat and watch Lorne get dehorsed.
I mean, there's not much you can really do, honestly.
I did what I could. I tried to help. I did more than fucking Lorne did.
I shouted for help. I'm still having to maintain this facade of not really knowing the elf.
Yeah.
Like, well, I think you did less than Lorne. I mean,
As Siegfried rides out onto the field and raises his lance. Primus! You ignorant lout! It seems there is more in you than we'd expected, but now I'm going to remind you of your place.
I raise my lance and salute, level it at him, and charge on the signal.
Come, Primus, do you not have anything to say to me, you coward?
Shut up and start the joust, you prick!
I'm just gonna focus on beating him and not say anything. Also, I don't have time to focus on the accent.
Hey, Grunt, you owe me
He
a
grunts,
gold.
lowers his visor, and points his lance at you.
Grunt, you owe me a gold. But should we let it ride out on this one?
Yeah, go on. I'll put another one on the line. I'm betting on I'm betting on not Lorne.
I'll go for the Bretonian again.
Let the joust begin! He has a higher
Me to attack
initiative.
first?
He will go first.
Or is it him? Okay.
Challenging. Charging. Roll.
Oh, God. Not gonna be good. Damn it.
Oh my lord! Do you want to
His
roll your
leg is
damage? Do you want
removed.
to roll your damage?
Yeah.
See what happens.
Jesus Christ.
Lorne loses his leg. I think it's impressive that Lorne managed to get his lance around the horse to stab him in the left leg.
So, I'm going to give you an option here.
Hmm.
If you want, you can spend a fate point to avoid this attack.
Can I spend a... no, even if I take the attack, that's
Take it.
me out of health. Oh. Is he unseated as well?
Is he? That's a good question. Yes, he is.
Use the fate, boy.
I don't want to use the fate. I don't get it back.
You already used the fucking dark, dude. Just use the fate, man. You're all out.
Yeah.
Oh, screw you guys. I'll use the fate then. I'll use the fate.
I mean, this is a pretty important moment.
As you charge down the list at Baron Siegfried, you both tilt your lances at each other, and just as you're about to connect, something seems to take over you. You feel, for a moment, there is like a green glow around you, just for a second, and ever so slightly, your lance changes direction, and you lean just a bit to the side, and everything goes in slow motion for a moment, and you feel as though you're a passenger in the and someone else is in the driving seat. And he guides his lance, and he knocks his enemy's lance out of the way, impales him directly in the chest, flings him off of his steed, and rides down the list faster than you could ever manage yourself, and your horse seems to just go a little bit quicker.
Please tell me he's still alive. Please tell me he's still alive. ride around, raise my lance to here, and then go to the side where my retainer is, so we can swap armor.
Siegfried is sprawled out on the ground. Thankfully, he is alive and twitching on the ground as he sits there twitching, groaning in pain as he rolls over to his side. And the trumpets blare loudly as everyone starts cheering violently both in the peasant lists and in the noble pavilion. Congratulations to Primus von Bildhofen for victory in the joust.
Yes.
Primus is like absolutely astounded as you come away from that. He's like, "What? How? Siegfried is one of the best lancers this side of the River Reich."
Fate was with me this day.
Absolutely remarkable performance. I think Siegfried will treat me a bit better now going forward.
Anyway, we better quickly swap armor.
Yes, come with me. We'll go to the pavilion quickly. Meanwhile, down in the peasant lists, the crowd has finally come over. A few of them are now reluctantly handing money over to Kernt, as he's enjoying his profits from the day's winnings. And the rest of the people are starting to file out of the jousting rings. Lots of them are talking among themselves, gossiping. Like, what the hell? Nobody expected that result.
Whew. I'm just going to say, remember our deal, and also, you tell them that it was me that trained you.
Joseph makes his way over to Kernt and Witold and Runk. Now he's holding some a goblet of wine. Now he's got a bottle in the other. Hey, fellas, look, this is the stuff we brought down on the beer belly. You want some?
Yeah, I will actually. I've made a good, handsome winnings from this.
Bloody hell, you see what happened to Elf? That was brutal.
Yeah, man, I think his hand's done, you know.
I don't know what you're going to do about that. Yeah, that's rough. Do elves regrow their hands?
That's what I heard, yeah.
And lizard men.
What?
I heard stories about, like, you know snakes, right?
Yeah.
They regrow limbs, don't they?
Do
What? Snakes?
Yeah.
Snakes don't have limbs.
What are the snakes called? What are the snakes called with legs?
A lizard?
Yeah.
What are you chatting, mate?
Yeah, but they regrow their limbs, don't they?
He's been reading all sorts of nonsense.
Right, well, maybe they do, I don't know. I don't really keep lizards, to be honest. But I don't think the elf's a lizard.
Anyway, man, yeah, he's, you know, most people fucking, you know, just hang it up from there, you know.
Oh, he's done now, isn't he? I mean,
He's not a fighter anymore.
I don't know. I mean, if he was a human, they'd just stick a hook on the end of it. Call it,
You
hey,
might have-
I don't know what the elves do.
You might have to pay him less.
Don't forget, the dwarves and other such craftsmen have mastered the art of replacing limbs and other such issues with no problem.
I suppose
If you've got a gold, you can
couldn't you
always
make
buy
him
another
like a metal hand or something? I guess. I don't know.
Can you do it?
I could make
I don't
him a-
fucking know
I
how
can
to
make
do
him a-
that.
I could make him a basic hand, but there's engineering appliances that you can buy that actually work as a functional hand if you've got enough gold.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. What if, you know? In fact, isn't there like a dwarven hold between here and Bretonia in the Grey Mountains? Maybe you could go there.
There
So
was a dwarven stronghold once. I looked down at the ground, sadly.
Well, he has a soak about that, Joey. Give us that wine over and we'll have a toast to this. I'd say victory, because my pockets are definitely fatter.
Well, I'd be toasting more happily if the elf had won, but I guess you don't get everything, do you? He did well though. We got to the semi-final.
Yeah. Well, enough about the elf and his misfortune. It's getting me feeling depressed.
Meanwhile, Antorius, you're in a medical tent, and you've lost a hand, and you've been fussed over for a few minutes by some medics that have been on hand for the tourney, and now you've kind of been left to your own devices because you don't actually have any retainers of your own. Like these guys like carried you off, and then they put you in a bed, and they were like, right, looks like the dwarf already sorted him out, and then they just left you, and you've literally just been abandoned in this medical tent.
The boss really should have given you some armored gloves.
I look around for anything of use in this tent. I'm just gonna steal their shit for fucking leaving me like this. Fucking asshole.
You can see that there are a few weapon racks that have been stored in here, mostly from the equipment of knights that got dehorsed and needed to be taken into medical. There are a few nice-looking long swords and things that are stowed on the weapon racks. There are a few shields. You probably make off with like 2 or 3 weapons if you were interested in doing some kind of grand theft. Otherwise,
Yeah,
you could.
2 hands to carry them.
Well, I was actually looking for more like medicine or like a potions or anything like that.
There is a medical crate nearby. You could probably try and pilfer some stuff from that if you're able to make a good stealth test.
I think better of it. I just wave my left hand. I'm just irritated, and I take a step outside of the tent. And what do I do? What does Antarius do? Just lost a hand.
Cry.
He probably feels like pretty shit right now. Honestly, he's gonna go do what he always does when he's depressed. He's gonna go drink and gamble the rest of his money away. So gonna go find himself a gambling den if he can find one, I guess.
You oh god, got something in my nose. God damn it! Hang on.
Nice.
Yeah, you
Okay. Oh, carry
What?
on.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Carry on.
Okay. Alright, so Antorius, you make your way out of the medical tent and feeling rather down and unimpressed with the way that the situation has gone. You head your way into Bogenhafen, leaving the Scharfenfest behind as you head into the Crossed Pikes, where you know there is a small gambling ring of men who play various games of chance. And while you're there, a few people, a few of the peasants that have left from the jousting ring follow in behind you, and slowly you start to actually gather a bit of a crowd as more and more people come and sit down next to you and ask you like, "Wow, that was awesome! What was it like to go up against like the Crown Prince's son?" And suddenly you find yourself surrounded by like literally 30 people who have all come to join you in this gambling ring, and they're all kind of like cheering and drinking to your name as you realize that maybe you didn't necessarily need to win to achieve something, and now you have a bit of a following.
I take my time with the crowd, and I kind of get to like know them a little bit better. Like I try to pick up their names and like
roll a average gossip test.
Okay.
As you're talking to these people.
Oh, I need a token.
Oh, you do.
Antares is nearly as big as the house.
That's the Crossed Pikes, by the way.
On. Let me remove the mount because that's messing me up. Okay. The gossip average.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god, dude!
What a day.
I just can't get a break.
As you're talking to the group, you don't glean anything particularly useful, although you do learn
that apparently something happened to the Rat Catchers Guild late last night. And apparently one of the keepers there got murdered.
And
that the local watch has set up a cordon around it, and that they've been looking for witnesses.
Oh snap! She got real.
Okay. I thank the crowd for the company, and I start making my way back to the jousting and see if I can find everybody else.
You do that, but about half the crowd keeps following you.
I kind of just let them follow me, I guess. As
you come rocking back into the Schaffenfest with a crowd of about 15 peasants cheering behind you, chanting "Handless elf, handless elf."
I'm assuming we can hear this chant.
Yeah.
Yeah, we rush over. I'm sorry that happened to you, Antarius. That Primus guy was a right prick.
I put my right hand that's missing onto his shoulder, and then I look down at my own missing hand, and I kind of put it. I lower it back down. I put my other hand on him. I say, "I appreciate what you did, anyways, though, friend. It means a lot."
I'll give,
why don't you sit down? It'll grow back, won't it?
No.
I'll give Antarius a gentle slap, and then I look to the crowd. I'm like, yeah, we're his retainers. You know, you saw us run onto the joust earlier to look after him. Remember that? I'm trying to get some second-hand glory.
You don't
roll a difficult charm test.
This isn't the crowd you want to be following around. It's petty glory. You know, there's no such thing as a winning second place, is there?
Antarius, the good news is that I know some brethren of mine who are capable of putting together a hand for you that would still function as a normal hand.
Wittold, you'll just be like, I was involved too. I'm important too. And no one cares. No one's paying attention. No one's interested. Everyone is here for Antarius, and no one is here for you.
I give Grump a nod, but I kind of pull the boys away, and I start whispering to them. There's something going on here in this city, and I mentioned it earlier. I think it's getting worse now.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it later when your fanboys have left, I think.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the pavilion of Primus von Bildhofen, you've finally finished unequipping your plate and have been given your own chainmail back.
Nice to have my own armor back. That fits nicely.
That was an excellent show of strength, Lord, and well done. Even though it could have gone better. It looked almost as if you were possessed when that happened. It was so strange. Like you just seemed so full of rage.
How could you tell I was full of rage with a full plate helm?
Maybe you gave off a very serious vibe.
I do regret what happened. Can you... I hear there's some mechanical marvels with the College of Engineers. Would you be able to arrange to trade this gold sword for a replacement hand for the elf? That should ease any tensions caused between the elves.
Well, I suppose the only ones that would be able to do something like that, at least a functional one, would probably be the dwarves. I don't think the College of Engineers are capable of something like that. As far as I know, maybe you could visit Karakern in the Grey Mountains, not far from Caron, although it's quite a way far from here.
I might end up having to travel there then.
I certainly think they'd be interested in a golden sword. Although, as I understand it, there was also some talk from one of my retainers about the von Sapottenheims being interested as well.
Yes, they were interested. They offered me 25
gold crowns for it.
They're a very
but
prominent. They're a very prominent local family. They actually sponsored the tournament.
But given what happened to the elf, who I personally know, I feel like this would be a better course of action to actually trade it for a functioning hand for him.
Well, I'm afraid I can't help you with that, but I will uphold my end of the bargain. I'll make sure that your house is recognized, and I'll see that you get a place as one of my retainers.
And I believe there was the prize for actually winning the tournament itself.
Indeed, yes. How much did I say that was?
20
20.
gold
Alright.
crowns.
20 gold crowns, of course. I'll go and speak to the clerks, and we'll make sure that that's arranged for you. Come back later this evening.
So he doesn't have a hand. Damn. Okay. I will do.
I won't be staying here for too long. We'll probably be leaving after the Grand Melee tomorrow. We won't be participating, but I'll be watching. I suppose
I'm
I'll probably have some
participating
strong
in that.
words to have with the rest of my family tonight.
Well, I'll be participating in that melee, and you can say they watched. You can tell your family that they can watch the person who trained you in it.
Yes, I suppose that would be a good idea. Why not? Well, best of luck to you. I'll see you later when you come to collect your winnings. Meanwhile, I'll make the necessary arrangements for your appointment.
I'd much appreciate that.
Well, until then, goodbye.
Bye, my lord.
You now are eligible to rank into, I think it's either Knight of the Realm, assuming you fulfill all the other criteria.
Yep, I do indeed.
Or
Knight of the Realm it's going to be.
okay.
No question.
Well,
also,
there is another option that you have, which is Noble. Yeah.
I'm going to take the Knight of the Realm one because I want my virtue.
Okay, sure. Well, yeah, you can go into Knight of the Realm if you're eligible and you have the rest of the trappings and you've met the
Also,
criteria.
my short-term ambition was to compete in the joust. I take it I've completed that.
Yeah, sounds fine to me.
So that's 50, isn't it?
Antarius, was that not yours as well?
I had game prestige, I think, in the
Game
joust.
prestige.
I think he's done that from what you've said about the crowds
Yeah.
following him.
Mine says to acquire prestige within Bogenhofen.
I'd say you've done that fairly adequately. What was the rest of you? What short ambitions do you have?
I need to win I need to win an outnumbered fight.
Okay.
I haven't got one. Should I just put compete in the archery? My last one was delivering the letter.
Competing in the archery sounds fine. Yeah.
Do we have a long-term ambition as a party?
You do. It's to uncover the secret.
Yeah. As a party, though, seeing as we haven't got a short-term one, should we figure out the mystery in the sewers? Because
seems like
investigate the sewers.
seems like a reasonable one.
So we have a short-term party ambition.
So what's our short-term party ambition? Sorry.
Investigate the sewers. Given what you found.
That sounds like it makes sense to me. So you can put that one in there.
Is there anyone? So where are we all now? We all at the party, right?
So at the moment, Lorne has just left Primus's tent. He can go and find you guys. I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Can I swing past the auction house just to get rid of this fine pistol that I have?
No, not yet.
Okay.
You can do that later. For now, we should probably have you meet up, and then you can kind of like debrief before we close up the session. So you guys have kind of
my character.
you guys
I
have
was
kind
gonna say, I
of
wanted to ask around, like find some people who might know information on that creepy girl.
about that guy. Yeah. Okay, sure. You can make a average gossip test. If anyone wants to assist you, they can give you a +10 on that as well.
Yeah, rank. Like, here's my plan. I want to find out a bit more about that creepy guy, like from around town. Who do you reckon's best asking around?
Probably recommend finding someone who looks seedy and like you you probably wouldn't want to talk to them.
Yeah, but I mean, enough about Kern. Like, who should we ask?
I don't know.
Well, it occurs to you that this is probably a man who operates in higher class circles.
Oh, okay. I'm going to put on my posh voice and pretend to be a knight retainer, and then I'm going to try and find someone like posh to talk to.
Find someone posh. Okay, sure, make an average gossip test. I'm sure you'll be able to find plenty of upper class people milling around not far from the jousting pavilion, and indeed you do.
I made a roll.
As you discover that you ask around, you ask a few questions. Apparently, Councillor Tugan is a member of is a very prominent merchant who recently founded a society for the betterment of Bogenhafen's commercial success.
A society? What kind of society?
Oh well, I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. It's more of a merchant thing, to be honest. As a nobleman, I don't tend to dirty my hands with money business, but as far as I understand, it's something called the Ordo Septenarius, something of that description. Yes, the Ordo Septenarius. I've heard that name before. Some manner of I don't know what it means. It's something in High Imperial. I'm not familiar with the language.
Yes, I mean, obviously the way of money is just it's dirty.
But as far as I had understood, the intention of this society was to somehow better the commercial well-being of the city and make it a competitor to the likes of Marienburg. What a nonsense.
Well, you know, these money men just like pushing around these dirty coins in their hands. Why can't they have better breeding like us?
Still, I suppose that if they do manage to found some sort of monopoly, it could make things interesting. But in any event, listen, I have business to be seeing to. Good day.
Okay, I've got to go find a merchant.
So meanwhile, as Whittle is kicking about trying to do that and learn some more, what are the rest of you doing?
I don't know. I'm just kind of still in shock about Antares' hand. So I'm.
Are you not also in shock about losing your dear dwarf friend?
That too, but honestly, like I haven't seen him in a long time. It's upsetting. I'm going to go back and recover his body. But like, it's not devastating because like I didn't know him. I haven't known him for a long time.
I'm going to go find Antarius and apologise for the hand.
Sorry.
I got the head, mate. We can get you another one.
Sorry, mate.
Sorry, mate.
My bad.
Antarius, take this gold sword as an apology for what happened to your hand. Should cover the costs of getting a mechanical replacement.
Well,
someone posted to fucking start the damn joust before I piss myself.
Yeah, they're waiting like fuck's sake, the combat.
Go up a little bit more, there's the best meme.
Yeah, that.
The Knight's Tale one.
The loss of my hand may have presented me an opportunity.
How so?
He kind of looks at his missing hand, and then he looks up to the sky. Well, a young noble might have ruined his family's connections to the elves, and so I might be able to approach them and get their permission for what I need back in Altdorf. But that's a very, very difficult conversation.
I just can't believe you managed to pull it off. That was very. I mean, you rode well, but that Primus guy was brutal.
Yeah. Yes, he was. I just stare at
yeah, that Primus guy was really good. I wonder why Lorne is giving me his golden sword.
Here, Lauren, I didn't see you in the joust today.
Also, he was literally riding Lord's horse.
Again, I'm
Won't
confused.
even
I'm
notice
confused.
that.
I'm confused and have suspicions, but I'm just trying to get one of them to admit it.
Yeah,
I'm
why-
not going to admit it.
You came all this way, Lauren, for the joust, and yet you didn't ride. Like, how come?
Why are you so sweaty, Lord?
Why did you lend your horse to Primus after when he damaged Antarius?
And you could have
I'm
at
just
least
gonna-
taken your horse back for the final. Teach him a lesson.
Yeah.
I'm just going to glare at them and make sure Antarius has the sword and is not in pain.
He takes it, but and he gives him like a weak
With his
side.
left hand.
He like
With his
Antarius
left
does-
hand.
Antarius does look like really shit right now. Like
I have no idea that. Like, I just think it's Primus.
I also have a potion for healing. Because I didn't actually drink that one.
Maybe if you pour it on the stump, it'll come back.
Oh my god.
You shouldn't have gone rooting around in that body last night.
Well, I gotta say though, I mean that you're a stand-up guy, Lauren, because you know here you are just giving him all this stuff.
Oh, it's so nice of you.
Real decently, yeah.
That's making me feel even worse for chopping his hand off.
Well, great guy. I'm sorry you didn't make the joust, and because you certainly would have fought with more honour than that Primus.
You know what?
I'm
Though?
gonna.
I'm gonna.
so guilty.
I'm gonna lean in conspiratorially. I think we may need to deal with that Primus guy at some point because while he was riding, he looked possessed. There was something about him that wasn't right. It didn't feel right. There was a change in the air.
Yeah, I think
forget-
Lord Horse.
Yeah, and you know what? Forget all of that. It's like, you know, wound to one is a wound to all. That's
Exactly.
What I say. You know, we should go
He
get.
takes one of our
get
hands.
him.
We'll take his.
I mean,
He
he's a
ta-
noble. We got to be careful, run. But like, there's got to be
Yeah.
something.
We can do it as we leave. He takes one of our hands. We'll take both of his.
No, I actually need him. Like I said, I could use his family to get my elven embassy into the courts, Carl Franz, which is what I came here to do in the first place.
Was that your sword hand?
So
Yeah.
am I to assume that you're all kind of in the crossed pikes at the moment?
Yeah.
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 And
So,
I'm
just
gonna
as
go-
you're all sat here discussing this, the door of the crossed pikes opens, and walking in with a tired expression is Luitpold von Holzwig-Schlestein, the man that you jousted against to begin with.
Me?
He did.
Yeah.
that's the exiled prince, isn't it? Let's start nudging the rump.
Oh
that one.
yeah. He won me a gold.
And this man, this exiled prince, this allegedly the son of Karl Franz, as he makes his way over to his table and sits down in front of Antarius. And that's the end of the session.
No.
So,
What a cliffhanger.
for this one, again, I'm just going to give you all a blanket 100 experience.
Nice.
Oh.
Because you all did some pretty good stuff. I'm not real. I tried to do better this session with making sure that everyone got their time, because I know that you were all split up and doing different things. So I did what I could, considering that there were a few things that we had to get through, like the joust today. And I know that I know that the joust was mostly Antarius and Lorne, but I tried to keep some engagement going. So some other bits I'm going to give out. Runk, you get an extra 10 experience for meeting with the apothecary.
Yeah.
Kernt, you get an extra 5 experience. You could have gotten more, but it didn't go too well for you when you tried to get involved with the Stevedores. Antarius, you can have another 10 as well for your meeting with the rat catchers. And Whittled, you can have another 10 for what you learned about Tugan. Antorius completed his ambition. Lorne, you completed your ambition. Lorne got a lot today, and you got a lot of time. I don't think you need an extra bit of experience, but you already got some good stuff. So yeah, I think that's
really sad though was
Vote.
it was an episode which had Skaven in, and it turned out Lorne was the biggest rat.
Lord was the biggest rat.
all right. Okay. Right. Cast your votes, gentlemen. We're going to start with Lexgrad.
Go Antarius. He lost the hand, he gets the XP in my book.
Oh no.
Okay,
The
so
pity XP. The pity XP.
it's going to be 20 XP on the line here. Cerace.
I'm going to go for Antarius again because I feel so bad for cutting his hand off.
The pity XP is real.
The pity XP is real.
Uncle nephew.
I'm gonna go with Lorne because he took the hand of Antarius.
The anti-pity XP. That's some proper cornflakes XP. That is. Wildfire.
I'm gonna go with Kearns because I actually liked the little instructions he had, getting the shit beaten out of him, and then being a bookie like at the tourney. I felt like it was in character for him.
Okay, and finally Antarius. Windy.
Lauren was pretty good, and Kurt was pretty good with getting beat up. Woodtold had a good moment too when he ran into the fucking nobles. Like, that was pretty funny to me. Damn, man! Like, everyone had a pretty good moment. This was a pretty good session, honestly.
Vote me and you can do a steal or share thing.
Do it.
Oh no.
Careful. If you could vote tactically here. If you voted for Whittled, you'll get to keep it all.
Yeah, I could.
And
vote
same
Woodtold.
for if you vote for Runk, I think, too.
Yeah, don't rank for Runk too.
Vote with your heart. Vote with your heart.
Yeah, it's none of these tactical votes.
Yeah,
Can I
man.
just say that he lost his hand and got two.
I
bones.
do-
I lost the toe and I got nothing.
I do see that,
That's because it
Lauren-
wasn't chopped off by one of us.
Well, I do gotta say I did like Lord going full in on the joust and like using his fate.
He burnt a lot to win that. He
Yeah.
put a
I
lot
burnt
in.
a heck of a lot.
Yeah, so I
He certainly
I
burnt his bridges.
I think I gotta vote Lauren. Like, I do think he did a fantastic job. And
Okay,
Ladies and gentlemen,
gamers, you
welcome
know
to
what
Golden
comes
Ball.
next.
Yeah.
Diddle diddle
Yeah, or
Split or steal. Send me your
I'm gonna
PMs.
share it. Put my money down on share. I don't care.
You can't do that. Oh my god, you meant to PM me for God's sake.
Yes, but now I'm
That
giving Antarius
ruins
the
it.
choice of-
All right, well
Rush
you
me.
whatever. You both voted share, so you get 10 experience each.
Yeah.
Next time you do that, I'll just give it all to Antarius.
Wow.
I mean, that's the entire reason I did it. I gave Antarius the choice to either take it all or share it.
Yeah.
Antarius, are you going to share or try?
Share.
Oh, I shared it.
All right,
Like-
guys. Yeah, good session. If any of you have any feedback that you want to share, feel free to drop me a PM. Let me know, because I just want to. I was conscious that the last time we played that some people felt like they didn't get enough time. They didn't get enough time to do like stuff that they wanted to do. So if
Yeah,
people,
I think you.
I want you to accommodate all your effort into me and my character.
yeah, I
I
think,
I do,
I
I
think-
do say it makes it pretty hard on Liam to juggle like
Yeah,
all five.
I was about to say, I
of
think
Yeah.
Liam was the one most upset, or most
I'm gonna
annoyed
be-
by
I'm
like
gonna be
the
honest
splitting
with
up.
Well, we
Right.
just ruined his like story by like winning the tournament.
but no,
Honestly,
no. You didn't. Like, such is the way of tabletop. Like, it is always the DM must always improvise and adapt, and it's fine. That is completely
Yeah.
okay.
I'm going to be honest with you, Liam. Like, I'm not going to discuss this with you, but my agent will be in contact with you Monday. No, to be honest,
No.
like we all got our little things to do, and
Yeah,
I
exactly.
had a
Like,
quiet
Yeah.
session, but it was fine. I enjoyed everything else.
Yeah.
I like it.
yeah, I was the same. Like we had our little bits where we just were on the side, and obviously next time in the melee, I'm sure I'll be more involved. So it happens
Yeah,
sometimes that
I-
you're not the star, and that's fine.
And then,
I
like when
think
we
you
do the
have the-
archery, I think it's just going to be me in there. So it all swings around. What I thought you did really well
I mean,
though, was
Antarius can't compete in the archer anymore now.
what I thought you did really well there was you were like jumping like to and fro from the story, so it never got boring really.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
exactly.
good.
Yeah.
All right, good. Well, I'm glad that that change worked. All right, guys. I'll see you all next week then. Thanks for playing.
Just before you go, Liam,
Mhm.
a quick question about leveling up. One of the Knights of the Realm trappings is horse barding, but that doesn't actually have an entry anywhere in the rules that I can find.
Horse barding. I would assume that's just like referring to like armor for it, right?
Yeah, I'd assume so as well, but
Look in the PDF.
I think I checked that one as well, but I still couldn't find.
Is it in the Nations of Mankind trappings?
No, and it's also mentioned in the actual core rulebooks as
Oh.
trappings for some of the classes. But again, it's not mentioned anywhere.
Huh. Well, that's odd.
Lee,
Yep.
I forgot to ask. Where could I find that skill you gave me? That
I can just add it to your sheet. I'll just add it to your
Yeah,
sheet now. Hang on.
like I was trying to find it, and like I literally spent like 30 minutes trying to find the stupid thing. I was just like, what
Yep,
the hell?
that's fine.
How does it work for leveling up? Does it cost me experience to level up my profession?
Oops, hang on. Let me just bin that. Done that wrong.
Yes, it costs you 100 experience.
Alright, so I should bank 100 for that.
Compendium skill.
I only need a horse to do it, but I'll wait then with 100.
Yeah, I just need to find a troll, and then I'm good.
Actually, not too sure.
I think I need to find that horse barding.
I'm not too sure what I need to do to level up. Actually, I'm just doing roleplay stuff. Like I don't really care for like leveling up or whatever.
I like it.
I just want to get to 200 weapons, and I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on like 300 XP, and I don't really know what to do with it. Like
Right.
100
Yeah.
people.
So I'm going to give you a free advance in your Law of Skaven.
Okay, that's right.
So there you go. You've got that in your list now. You should see it.
Where is it? It's gonna be a talents or is it gonna be a skill?
Skills.
Skills. Oh yeah, there you go. Yep. Okay.
Antarius, you're the envoy, aren't you?
Yep.
So all you need in trappings-wise to level up is quill, ink, and some parchment.
Wait, really?
Yeah, your trappings are very easy to acquire.
I can go get those pretty easily then, yeah. But I've been kind of like wasteful with my money. I literally
Yeah,
just
to
got-
go from Herald to Envoy,
Uh-huh.
you need... I'm not sure what...
The trappings are literally quill and ink and 10 sheets
10
of
sheets of...
parchment,
Yeah,
and
you
that's it.
literally need fuck off. You can get that really easy.
Yeah.
You just need to... I think there are a minimum number of advances and talents you need to have bought.
You need a minimum of 1 talent in the previous one, and you need to meet the skill advances and the characteristics advances. But the actual thing we're doing is very nice because it actually ticks them all off for you once you've met the criteria.
See, so I need to find. I actually have like so much XP because I haven't used like any of it, like at all.
Oh my... You've got 590 XP, dude.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
I've literally not done.
He's got
Why
590
have you
XP
not
to
leveled
spend.
up some skills?
Level up your shit, dude.
Like I said,
You probably could have won the fucking tournament.
Yeah.
like I said, I just didn't really care about like leveling up or whatever. I was just fucking playing and shit, dude.
My god, the elf almost won that tournament with 0 leveling.
Yeah. I mean, elves are pretty strong.
Elves are strong as a baseline.
I know, but
They don't get
geez,
fortune
still.
or fate, but they they don't get fate or resilience, but they have a really good base stat line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had to burn through mine to even have a hope of winning that.
Yeah. I mean, but you did though, and that what made you win. Honestly, like I could have burned a dark deal, but I would have been at 4/6 corruption, and I was just like, I don't want to fucking deal that.
Yeah, I
And,
thought it was worth it for me to go
Yeah.
from 3 to 4 when I got out a total of 8 allowed.
Yeah, like I can only have 6 corruption, so
Like
I'm just
the fact that you like lost your hand, that's like some proper like emergent storytelling, right? Like,
yeah,
when
I
shit
actually
that happens.
I liked that moment. I was like, that's pretty cool. You know, I'm gonna see how Antarius takes it, and like, I'm not too keen on like being like, okay, I gotta go get a new hand immediately or whatever. Antarius is kind of figuring out like there's a lot of stuff that he still has to do in this town, and he wants to take care of it before he worries about himself for the most part.
The main
if
plot
there's-
is calling.
Yeah, like it's been like clawing at the edges, and we're just like, yeah, but let's go take care of
Yeah,
this
let's just go do the tournament, dudes. It's like there are
Yeah.
Skaven in the sewer. No, let's do the tournament, dude.
Yeah.
I was going to do that tournament no matter what issues there were.
Literally, there could be like a chaos invasion storming through the streets of Bogenhaven, and Lorne would still be there. I need to do the tournament.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
how do I spend my XP? Like, walk me through this.
So you see on your weapons skill. On
I
those
will
characters
leave you
from the main
gentlemen to it.
page,